An award-winning author, a CEO of a billion-dollar corporation, a UFC champion, a boxing champion, you name it, it's because they've stacked these habits together. And I started seeing this about 2 years ago. It started making sense to me because I started adopting these habits and I saw my life go through the roof, right? I saw the success of London Real go through the roof. I saw my relationships, my body, my fitness, my diet just exponentially grow. And I was like, wait a second, I'm picking up the best stuff from each guest. And I thought, well, what if I could share that with London Reelers in a condensed form? Because you watch the episodes, but it's 2 hours long. You can't really watch 400 episodes and boil it all down into one. And that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna show you what these people do that you can action in your life. And so I'm gonna give you 3. We're gonna take action on them right now. Matter of fact, I just wanna get started right now, to be honest. But first, tell me, what city are you in? Right? It could be something I haven't heard of. I was looking at it earlier. We had Amsterdam in the house. We had Reykjavik in the house. I think we had Sheffield in the house. Tell me, where are you? North America, where I'm from, South America, Asia, Australia. I know we got some people up at 4 in the morning in Oz. Are you here in the UK, Germany, whatever? But type in your city because I want to go here and say hi to you in just a second and know where you're from. But please pay attention tonight. Download that workbook. I want you really to remember this as a game changer for you for the rest of your life tonight. And that's what we're here to do, and we're gonna go big. So that's what this is all about. And here are the 3 takeaway lessons I'm gonna give you tonight. First of all, I'm gonna teach you something that I learned at a castle in Scotland. Yes, you heard that right. I learned this from someone called the $50 billion man. His name is Dan Pena. He's 71 years old. He wears 3-piece suits. He yells a lot. He says some horrible words, right? And I spent a week up in his castle in Scotland and he taught me about affirmations, and they're not what you think they are, and you're using them wrong if you're using them now, and I'm gonna show you how to use them correctly. So that's the first thing. Secondly, I'm gonna show you how to get things done. And what better than the best-selling author David Allen, whose book is called Getting Things Done. I'm gonna show you 3 simple steps that you can do right now tonight that will set up a pattern of accomplishment for the rest of your year. This is real talk, folks. This stuff works, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I use it. And finally, we're gonna kick off the call with nothing better than knowledge gotten from a U.S. Navy SEAL. I would argue the most famous U.S. Navy SEAL in history. This guy has blown up since we had him on the show. He now has award-winning podcasts, award-winning books, award-winning live events, and that is U.S. Navy SEAL Jocko Willink. He taught me about extreme ownership. It works in all factors of your life, in your business, in your relationships, in your body, your physicality, your diet, and your spirituality. And I'm gonna teach you what Jocko taught me and how you can action it tonight. I'm getting pumped just talking about that. But first, let me go in with my co-pilot here, which is Mr. Julian Bales, our head of strategy. He is monitoring the phone lines, as we used to say back in the radio days. Julian, I'm pumped to do this webinar. It's been too long.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back, right?
It's great to be back.
I'm going to be dropping some knowledge tonight. So tell me where these people are from. What are they saying? Because I'm excited.
We have people from all over the world here.
Yes.
Where to start? Let's start in Spain. Maria in Alicante.
Alicante, awesome. Hola.
Dan in Manila in the Philippines.
Okay, fantastic. Philippines is late there. Thank you for staying up till 3 in the morning. I appreciate it.
Ivo in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Sofia, Bulgaria. I got people in Bulgaria. I'll be in Bulgaria this weekend, so thank you very much. That's awesome.
Dwayne in NYC.
New York City. What's up, Dwayne? Where are you coming from in New York? Are you downtown or uptown? Type that in there.
Henrique in Brazil.
And Brazil, cool. And Enrique, what city in Brazil? I got people there as well.
Jana in Prague.
Prague, very nice city. Very nice. Okay, cool.
And who am I going to give a shout out to? My man Shane in Plettenberg Bay in South Africa. Spent a couple good days there.
Bales was down in South Africa diving with sharks, jumping off cliffs. At one point, I thought he wasn't coming back. But yeah, big love for everybody down in SA. And I'm telling you, this is what London Reelers are like, honestly, all around the world. I go to cities sometimes and like people will stop me on the street and I'll be like, what the hell's going on here? I mean, we really have this global audience and you feel that inside the academy and when we get people together. So that really makes a difference. Any other names you want to throw out there?
Hamish representing Southern Hemisphere here down in Auckland, New Zealand.
Auckland, good stuff, Hamish. I know it's 4 a.m. there. How do I know that? Because we do live calls with our accelerator programs every week and we have people in Auckland and in Sydney that stay up until 4 a.m. just for my live calls. So I appreciate that. Just strap in right now, download that workbook because we're really gonna do some actionable stuff. And at the end, I'm gonna show you how to be held accountable for your actions, which is what's really been mostly missing in people's lives. So anything else?
think we're good to go.
All right, I'm jumping in here. Let's do this, all right? So first let's talk. I want to know before I jump in here, what is your biggest goal for 2017? And again, don't overthink this. It should be the first thing that comes to your mind. Boom, I want this. Boom, I want that. It might be about money. It might be about starting a business. It might be about finding a partner, the love of your life. Maybe finally getting that group of best friends. Maybe finally getting that workout practice, that movement practice like Ido Portal taught me, or get that diet on point, or get your mind right. Whatever it is, type in that goal, because I'm going to use your goals tonight and we're going to action parts of them. So it's super important. So whether you're in Auckland or New York City, Dan, or my people in Bulgaria or in Brazil, type in that goal right now because I think it's super important, and I'll be coming right back to that now. But I find that there's usually two reasons why goal setting isn't working for you. And you're not alone, because this used to happen to me. Actually, when I first started London Real, I had a lot of plans for the show, but I couldn't actually get the momentum to get them going. And it's usually because of two reasons, and this is what no one ever tells you. People talk about goal setting and set goals, but there's two reasons why you probably haven't been able to achieve them. The first is that you don't have the high performance habits to actually execute on those goals. So you got big ideas, right? Hopefully you've just typed a goal in, right? But if you don't have the habits in place every single day, how are you going to get there? So tonight I'm going to share with you 3 high performance habits that are going to help you get there. But the second part is accountability. Nobody has held accountable. So you're going to type in tonight, tomorrow morning you're going to wake up. Is anybody going to get in your face? Am I going to call you up and say, Dan, how's that goal coming? You got 29 days left. Let's do this, buddy. No one's going to do it. So accountability is the second key. With those in place, you can literally accomplish anything. Let me say that again. You can accomplish anything you put your mind to if you can get the right habits and the right accountability. So I'm going to share with you on how to be held accountable right at the end of the call. So let's jump in right now and talk about those habits, because it's something that we can really get done. And after that, I want to talk about the goals. But actually, let me just dip my toe in right now and find out some of your goals to see if I can kind of tailor them along the way, whether you're in Brazil or New York or anything like that. Again, type in that most important goal, whatever it is. It could be something bodacious. It could be about your body. It could be about something. Are anybody coming back with goals?
Yes, Gerhard says he wants to develop a method that will help him with his self-destruction.
Okay, a method that's going to help you with self-destruction.
Avoid it.
Oh, avoid your self-destruction. Okay, look, Gerhard, I've been there before, buddy. I know all about self-destruction. I tried it very hard for about 40 years, and then I figured out I didn't have to do that anymore. So yes, funny enough you're asking this, because some of the things I'm going to share tonight will actually get you out of that way of actually trying to sabotage yourself. How many other people sabotage yourself? Type yes in the chat if that's you, because we do it subconsciously sometimes, and some of these habits will help you get out of it. So thank you for that honesty. What else are people saying?
Corinne says, get healthy and successfully start my new business idea.
Okay, so health, that's very important, and successful idea for your business. Okay, really good. I like that goal. Good.
Martin also says health, both physically and mentally.
Okay, physical and mental health, both are super important. You know, if you heard me talk about your emotional bank account and your financial bank account, if your mind's not right, your bank account won't be right. So it's important to get them both going. I believe if you get everything in your brain right and spiritually and giving in the right way, the money will follow. So we'll get into that later as well.
Davey sounds like he needs to get in the GTD mindset. He's saying the number one goal is to pass his exams.
Pass your exams. Look, procrastination is actually the number one problem facing London Reelers, which is one of the reasons that we actually did this whole webinar, because people have a hard time getting things done. And I know what that's like. And that's one of the reasons we're doing this tonight. Exams can be one of them, so that's no problem. And give me one more.
Christina here from our Business Accelerator says quitting her job and becoming a writer.
Okay, Christina. Christina's on our Business Accelerator right now. She's crushing it. She just had her first webinar. She just got revenues in 6 weeks. I could spend the whole webinar talking about Christina. She's one of our best students. I'm so glad to have you here, Christina. She does copywriting as her business. And so yeah, let's get you quitting that job as well. Thus, these habits are really going to help you a lot, Christina. So look, let me jump in here, right? Okay, let's do this. Number one. Let me tell you about a little bit of a story. About 2.5 years ago, and if you ever come to London Real Studios, there's a picture right on that wall over there of me in a castle in Scotland. And if you know who I'm talking about, or you've seen that episode, type in yes. If you have no idea who I'm talking about, type in no. But I went up there to see a man called Dan Pena, right? He's also known as the $50 billion man, one of the coolest tag names there is out there. Dan came to my studio originally here about 3 years ago, and really, blew my mind and everyone else's mind, and he pushed me to go up to his castle. And to be honest, I had to get out of my comfort zone, and I went up there and I put a suit on and we ate with the silver service and the butlers and all that. And about day 3, Dan said, I do affirmations every day. And I was like, well, wait a second, affirmations? I'm from California. My mom taught me when I was a boy to think positive. I know what that's all about. That's some hippie stuff. And Dan was like, no, I have 18 affirmations, one for every goal in my life. And he read them out for us. Some were business, some were student related, some were personal due to his son and his daughter and his wife. And I learned right there that affirmations are a key to actually getting things done in your life. And so I adopted them and kind of made them my own. And now I read out my own affirmations every morning as I walk from my home to the Tube in London. I'm going to read some of mine out. I have them right here in my pocket. I don't miss a day on these because they're literally life-changing. But what is an affirmation? Brian, what the hell is an affirmation? An affirmation is this, and we're going to do this for you very shortly. An affirmation is if you say what is true right now for something you want to happen in the future. So say it's Christina. She wants to quit her job and be a full-time copywriter as her internet business, right? What Christina would say is, I am excited to be the CEO of my internet copyright business that is now worth over $2 million. Bam, right? That is her affirmation. She says it every day as if it's true. She is manifesting that future goal now. Now, the mind is a crazy, pliable instrument. I was actually listening to the Joe Rogan podcast yesterday, and he was actually talking to Jocko Willink, and they were talking about mind control, and they were saying how the mind is such a pliable instrument that we don't realize how much we can actually sway it into doing things. And that's why the media sometimes can pull it down and twist it into weird ways, and you find yourself keeping up with the Joneses and doing all these crazy things that you don't really care about. But if you use it to your advantage, you can trick your mind into doing things you would never think possible. And that is what the affirmation is all about. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn your goal into an affirmation, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. But first, I want to share with you some of these affirmations I say out every day. And I must say, you might have to hold your ears. Sometimes there's some profanity. I am not censoring these affirmations. This is what I say out loud every day. Sometimes I walk in front of old ladies and little kids and builders, and I say them out loud, but I say these with conviction. And I'm telling you, I said them this morning. By the time I'm at the Tube, I am pumped to get into London Real and start slashing and burning and kicking ass and taking names. I'm telling you, it puts me in the mindset to make things happen. So let me share with you some of these. Julian, stop me when I'm getting a little crazy. But here we go. These are literally my affirmations for 2017. I don't know if you can see them. And I've got them down here in my notes on my phone. And here they go. All right, here we go. Again, be warned. I am a high-value, extremely motivated executive who makes big, bold, motherfucking decisive corporate moves. I am massively pitching, big thinking, bold moving, big balls die tomorrow going for it. We will win simple. London Real is the greatest new media and transformation company in the world. We are constantly pitching, shooting, editing, and promoting the greatest films in the world because we put passion, excitement, and learning into everything we produce. We make massive moves to increase revenues and build the business every day. We have the team, product, knowledge, tenacity, ability, showmanship, leadership, and vision for success. London Real touches millions of people's lives every single day, and I take that responsibility seriously. And it goes on and on and on. I am comfortable pushing myself to be uncomfortable in order to get results that make progress. I go on to talk about revenues that we're making, all of my different goals that are wrapped up into this company as if they are true today. And I don't know if you were feeling that there, but I get pumped up. And I talk about the 1 billion views that we've had, the 100 million subscribers that we currently enjoy. I talk about big, bodacious goals in my affirmations. And this is what I want you to be doing every morning. And I'm going to tell you why. A lot of you have seen this movie, The Secret, right? Where people think if they think these things, they can manifest them. I don't believe in that, but I do believe that by using affirmations, you can put yourself into a position where things happen because your mind opens yourself to the possibility that these things happen for you, that you attract people in your life where these things actually get accomplished. And so I'm going to give you a really quick example of an amazing affirmation that might kind of blow your mind. And it actually has to do something which I manifested about a year ago, and I'm going to tell you what it is. About a year and a half ago, even 2 years ago, Mariana and I were trying to have a baby, and it wasn't happening, right? No one told me that this would take a long time. I figured it would take me about 3 days to conceive a child, right? That's what I thought. I had been trying for 45 years not to conceive one, and I figured it was easy. It ended up taking us 2 years. We had multiple miscarriages. It was horrible, horrible thing. And at some point, you think about giving up, right? And your partner thinks about giving up. And it's just like, is this worth it? Are we doing something wrong? What the hell is happening, right? Every morning, in one of my affirmations, I say, I am proud to be the father of a brand new baby. Mary and I are so proud to be the father of that brand new baby. And I would say it over and over again as if it was happening. And so that meant that when I got home one night and Mariana was feeling down or something bad had just happened and we had another miscarriage, I was already projecting this energy of, babe, it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. And so I constantly projected that vibe, and I believe that manifested us in never giving up and actually making that thing happen. And we luckily now are celebrating Caden's first birthday. He'll be 1 year old on Thursday this week, and we got another one on the way. So the affirmations went a little too far. But I'm telling you, the fact that I just put myself into this position, I think kept my attitude positive, kept her attitude positive, and actually made us continue trying. This stuff happens in business. This stuff happens with your body, with your fitness. All you have to do is convince your brain it's already happened, and you start acting as if. So these are extremely powerful. So I want to take it back to you right now, and I want to say, what is the affirmation we can do from your goal? So I want you right now to type in the chat, what is the affirmation that you can say that manifests that goal today? So say you wanted to start a business. Say you wanted to make your body better. Say you wanted to do this. Say you wanted to do that. I want you to say, I am excited and comfortable to be the CEO of a multi-million-dollar business. Or Christina, I am excited and comfortable to have quit my job and started my internet marketing business. Or for the self-saboteur, I am excited and comfortable that I no longer engage in self-sabotage behavior. In fact, I empower myself to be the most awesome person every day. People love me and I accomplish amazing things every day. I am excited to be 8 kilograms lighter and have a six-pack. I am pumped up to now have a 7-figure net worth. I am excited to finally have found my lifelong partner and we are moving in together and soon we'll be having kids. Anything you want, talk about it as if it's already happened and talk about how you are excited that it is happening, even stuff that you might be uncomfortable with. So type that in right now. I'll be giving you feedback. And then afterwards, I want you to plug it into your phone on your notes section, and I want you to wake up tomorrow morning and say it out loud. You can say it in front of your mirror at first, but I think it's even more powerful when you say it when you're walking down the street. That is the manifestation of affirmations. You should have one for every major goal in your life. I honestly got about 20. The more, the merrier, I think, but you can make that choice. And finally, while you're typing that in, I want to play a video for you that is Dan Pena, the $50 billion man himself, talking about affirmations. You mentioned affirmations there. It's one of the main things I learned at this seminar, and I actually read my affirmations out loud as I walk down the sidewalk to the tube every morning. And when people walk by me, I try to force myself to say them louder. You like that one?
Yeah.
And just
like
because,
that.
so I get it out, and I'm proud of them, and I just manifest them. And if people want to hear me, well, I don't really care because it helps me just be into those.
Yeah.
Your affirmations, you still say them in the morning?
I say them every night. No,
Okay,
I don't
every
say them in
night?
the morning.
Okay.
I used to say them morning when I first got up. During that same time period that I'm just talking about, the 3, 4, 5 minutes, although it takes me long because I have 19 affirmations. But I say them before I go to bed with my prayers. I still say my prayers every night. At 70, I don't know how unusual that is. And I'm not a priest or, God forbid. But I mean, I say my prayers and I say my affirmations.
And you have an affirmation for every goal?
No, I have, actually I have more affirmations than I have goals. Because I have 3 kids, so I have one goal and 3 affirmations for that one goal because it's for 3 different kids. And now I have a granddaughter, so I've added a 4th affirmation off of the one goal. So I have about 7 or 8 more affirmations than I have goals.
Can you give us an example of what might be?
I'm excited every day, enhancing Sally Hall, the love of my life, my wife, be all she can be. And her engaging in something that scares her every day. And as a chartered accountant with multiple degrees, she's risk averse.
Right.
She can look at the numbers and say, there's only an 8% probability that's going to happen. Forget that 8% shit. Pretend it's 80. She'll look, but Dan, I know it's 8. I can't block that out. So that's one of my goals. I'm excited, thrilled, that I'm pushing my mentees towards the goal line every day beyond their comfort zones. And I got a bunch of them. I've got a bunch of kids, you know.
Boom. That is Dan Pena on affirmations. That's why this is super important. If you haven't yet, go ahead and type in your affirmation in the chat right now, because I'm going to go to Mr. Bales right now and make sure that these are happening. Julian, what are people saying about affirmations? It's not, honestly, it's not the most obvious concept for some people about how these can work. And most people actually discount their incredible power. What are people saying?
People have really got the concept this time. I think this is the best collection we've seen. Let's start with Alandra. Alandra says, I am excited to be experiencing new people and places. I am bold and unafraid of trying new things. I'm experiencing new things every day because I am comfortable stepping outside of my comfort zone. Yeah,
Alejandra, you got it. I'm telling you, if you say this every single day, within 90 days, and let alone 360 days, like literally your life will change. Because you'll go out and every single little interaction that before you'd be shy or be like, oh no, I might get embarrassed or I might get hurt, you're going to be pumped up and you're going to go do these things. People are going to feel your energy and they're going to be like, okay, I want to hang out with them. I want to do business with them. So super powerful. You just got it. So very nice work.
Ivo in Bulgaria says, I am excited and proud to own my multi-million-dollar healthy food subscription business, and my regular paying customers are almost 500 and growing.
Perfect. I love it. Again, talk about it. It's happening, right? I'm the CEO of a multi-million-dollar business. I have, thousands of customers that are excited to buy my products every day, and I can't wait to take their lives to the next level. That's what you're talking about every single day. Pretty soon you're going to start acting like a multi-million-dollar CEO. What do those people do? They go to major networking meetings, right? They reinvest in their company. They hire great employees. They do great partnerships and JV partnerships, and that's you. So I love that. And again, if there's ever something you're unsure of, say, I am excited and comfortable too. One of my favorites in here that I didn't get to is, I'm excited and comfortable to invest capital to grow the brand of London Real. That was one of my first affirmations because I was a bit hesitant to put the money into the business. And I was like, no, I'm excited and comfortable. So use that about the thing you fear the most. Very good stuff.
Haroon says, I am excited to have quit my job and be the founder and CEO of my own company, which has given me financial freedom and allows me to focus on my true purpose. I positively affect and enrich people's lives.
Great. I love it, Haroon. That's awesome. That's one. Haroon, I'd like to see another 9 from you, sir. And I think that's great. And start really putting those goals out there. So, if you're like, it's a multi-million-dollar business, if you're this much in revenues, if I'm touching the lives of thousands of customers every day, start building that in there and it'll help you start to manifest those things. So very good. You got it.
Katerina, who's also in Bulgaria, I believe, says, I am excited and comfortable to be dancing next to Beyonce on her next tour.
Perfect. I love that. Literally, you're putting that out there, right? So dancing next to Beyonce on her next tour. This is something that can be done, right? It's a dancer that tours with those people. You talk about as if that is you. So now you're going to start making different choices, right? That person, every day if you walk up and talk to them, well, what do you have to do? You have to be training at a high level in dancing. You have to be getting gigs that are slowly getting you to that level. You might have to get yourself to London or Paris or Milan to be, at some of these tryouts. And you're going to start knowing that every single day. So that's super, super important. And you're going to honestly behave different and people are going to act differently towards you. So that's awesome. And again, for you and the other 4 of you, put this in your notes on your phone. And it's something you say every single morning when you wake up. Tape it on your mirror if you want. And again, add to these. The more the merrier here.
Duncan, in all caps, says, I'm excited and comfortable to have developed the demeanor, habits, and attitudes that allow me to manifest whatever physical possessions I wish.
Okay, cool. I like that. That's very good. The only thing I would say is if you can get a little more specific, even better, because that's good. It's a good high-level mentality, but start putting some numbers on it, right? That allows me to, drive that Porsche or have that mansion or have financial freedom to where I never have to worry about anything I buy again. And then build on that and build on that, and to where you create that vision in your mind and it makes sense for all the actions that you do. So when I get up in the morning, I put on the suit. Whereas 2 years ago, I'd be like, this is really uncomfortable. I want to wear my G-Star Raw cargo pants. But I'm like, wait a second. I'm the CEO that creates 1 billion views, right? So this is why I do this. And I put it on now. I don't think twice about it. So again, these things will affect your behaviors, but they really affect the energy you put off to other people. If you believe it's true, these opportunities happen because people feel the energy. And they're like, well, maybe this person deserves that shot. So this is really, really good stuff. All right, good?
Good.
Okay, good. Keep those coming if you haven't typed your affirmation in, but I got to get busy here, right? We got stuff to cover. This is the second point, and this is crucial. If there's one thing you listen tonight, make sure it be this. I learned this from an amazing man. About 2 years ago, we changed the entire studio here at London Real. We got these beautiful lights, we got these curtains, we got this dog. Everything changed. And the very first guest that came into the studio and sat down here had like 1 million Twitter followers. I was like, wait, he's coming here? And it was David Allen. The guy has 3 TED Talks, like 10 million views. He's written tons of books. He looks like the college professor from Princeton that you always wish you would have had, right? Black turtleneck. He wears a tweed jacket. He's got glasses. He's like a martial arts professional. In one of his TED Talks, he's like doing this old school. I mean, look, the guy's a Mac Daddy. What can I say? And he walked in here and he started teaching me about how to get things done, which is what his book is called, Getting Things Done. And it sounds simple, but it's really what makes extraordinary people. All the people that you look up to, whether it be Dorian Yates or Jocko Willink or Dan Pena or Ido Portal or Wim Hof, I'm looking at their pictures all around here at London Real. The only reason they're there is because they've managed to string together successes, because they've gotten things done. And here's the secret. Getting things done is not for CEOs of corporations. It's not for people on LinkedIn. It's for artists. It's for athletes. All of these people have to GTD, as we say it around here. And David Allen taught me how to do it. So let me share with you the 3 ways that right now in your life, you can engineer your GTD factor and take it from where it is now, which I'm guessing maybe a 2, up to a 9. And I meet people all the time. Some people who actually should have advanced game and they don't do some of these actions. So let me break it down for you. And like I said earlier, the number 1 problem London Realers write to me and say they have is procrastination, right? If that's you, type in yes. If that's not you, type in no, because I want to do a quick poll here and see. But if procrastination is one of your problems, you are not alone. And this is the way to hit it right now. There are 3 steps to beating procrastination. The first one is this: idea capture. This is a crucial component. And as David Allen told me, and I'm going to play a video from him shortly, the brain is an incredible device for coming up with ideas. It is a horrible device for storing ideas, right? How many of you have woken up at 2 in the morning and remembered, oh, I've got to go shopping and pick up Twinkies, hopefully not, or bacon, or oh, that guy at work said something to me and I got to do that tomorrow? Or how many of you have told yourself, I'll remember to do that, and the next day you forget? The reason is because the brain is a horrible device for storing information. It's an amazing device for creating information, which is why we came up with the concept of capture, all right? And this is how you do it. Whenever you come up with an idea, like I just came up with an idea, our next webinar, I want to make it twice as long and have 6 points because I love this, right? Now I might think of that idea, but if I don't capture it, it never happens. So what I want you to do is take out your device, right? Your mobile device or whatever it is. You can download an app called Todoist if you want. You can put it in your notes section on your iPhone. What I do is I create an email message and I write it to myself and I type in whatever it is I want to get done. And I might say, make the webinar twice as long next time. Make sure I buy Mariana a present for her birthday. Make sure I invest in Caden's college fund. Make sure I buy a new suit. All of that stuff, I'm capturing that idea to where it's written down somewhere. This is so important. David Allen, during the show, pulled out a black notebook and he said, Brian, this is how I do my idea capture. And he started reading through it. He's like, this is a wine that I want to buy. This is a book that someone mentioned. These are all the ideas that he's captured. That is super important, to capture your ideas. That's the first part, all right? Second part is this. It's called the 2-minute rule. Now, what is that, right? What is the 2-minute rule? The 2-minute rule is this. When you review those ideas the next day, when you come in the morning and look through your email list or look through your to-do list or look through your notes, you decide right then if you action that step. Now, the 2-minute rule says if it takes less than 2 minutes, you execute it right there. That's the 2-minute rule. If you cannot complete it in 2 minutes, you choose the next action step. And that is exactly what David Allen said. Next action step. So your goal, what is the next action step? You need to write an email. You need to call someone. You need to travel somewhere. You need to hire someone. You need to make that video. You need to quit that job, Christine. You need to stop being self-destructive, Dan. What's the next action step? That is the second part. You need to do the 2-minute rule and execute, or you need to choose what is the next action step. How many of us have said, I want to lose weight? The next day, remembered, I said I was going to lose weight, never took the next action step. It's impossible to get things done. And the final step that is so important in the David Allen Getting Things Done system is the week in review. And that is every Sunday or every Saturday or every Friday, there's a time where you look back on everything that happened in the 7 days. You look at all the ideas that you captured. You look at the next action steps and you say to yourself, what am I getting done and what have I done nothing on? Then you set up your next action steps. If you can get this process under your belt, this is incredible, but you have no idea how many times I'll see high-performance people. I'm out with them for dinner. They'll come up with an idea, or I'll say something. They're like, oh, that's a good book. Oh, I'll remember to get that, Brian. And I'm like, where's your idea capture? Seriously, capture it. And that's why if you ever see me pull out my phone, I'm not checking my Facebook with you. I'm actually capturing books, ideas, action steps I need to do, hires, TED Talks I need to watch. That is super, super, super important. And so that's how I do my action capture. And now I want you to do the same thing. So you just put a goal in there, correct? You had a goal earlier about things you wanted to do. Christine, Dan, all of these different people. I want you to tell me now, what is the next action step that you need to take for that goal? So go ahead and type this in there. What is the next thing you need to do? It could be you need to write an email to someone. It could be you need to go to a website and look something up. It could be you need to make a phone call and sign up to the gym. It could mean that you need to go into LinkedIn and reach out to someone who will introduce you to someone. There is a next action step for your goal. What is that? If you want to be less self-destructive, it could mean that you've got to get into a meditation class, all right? So go ahead and write down what the next action step is for each one of your goals, because I'm going to go in here and review them, and we're going to do something especially fun with that, all right? But now let me leave you with David Allen and talking about procrastination.
Right, because we've all had that thing on the to-do list that's now old and colored with coffee stains, and it's that one that we just almost don't even look at, and we work around it, right? And
well, it's the people who procrastinate the most, and you probably got a question about procrastination in there. The people who procrastinate the most are the most sensitive, creative, and intelligent people. Right.
Right.
I guess so, right? And so, why? Because it's the creative, sensitive, intelligent folks who glance at something and in a quarter of a second generate incredible phantoms of negative future scenarios of the thing not being done totally perfectly and all the negative consequences if it's not. They just freak out, right? If they just dumb themselves down, you know, and actually a way to intelligently dumb things down is figure out what's the very next action on this. That's all you really need to decide. If I had, you know, and a lot of times there are tough things you need to decide, tough things you need to deal with, whatever. Okay, well, what's just the very first thing I need to do? And not let my mind run out into all the oh my gods and what might happen. You know, so there is a bit of a discipline that one could apply, or directionality. I don't like the word discipline; it's too hard. It's like sweat, you know.
Okay.
But I like the word direction. If you can direct yourself, direct your thinking along these lines as opposed to this. You don't break a sweat in doing that, but it is something that you actually have to put cognitive horsepower to. So that's a lot of the essence of this, why it looks so simple, and yet when people actually start to apply what we've been talking about, it's profound.
That was David Allen. This is crucial process. Right now I need you to type in what is the next action step for the goal you wrote earlier for your plan for this year, whether it was that 7-figure business if you're in Bulgaria, or that you're going to be financially secure, or Haroon, you're going to quit your job, or Christina. Type in the next action step. And Julian, I want to go to you now and find out what are people typing in for these next action steps. Again, this process, it sounds simple, but if you can get out your device, capture your ideas, the next day look at them, 2-minute rule, next action step, and put the week in review, I'm telling you, this is a huge game changer for people.
Okay, I'm going to read some of these out for you. Rapid fire, you say whether you think that it's a good action, next action step or not.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, Martin says meditate and stretch.
Meditate and stretch. Martin, okay, I would say if you're going to meditate right now, then that's good. Or meditate right after this webinar is over. You're going to do 20 minutes of meditation, and afterwards you're going to be 20 minutes of stretching, and you're going to commit to do the same thing for the next 30 days, and you're going to post on your Facebook that you're going to do it and that you want people to hold you accountable. That's a good next action step. Okay?
Wow.
So, and again, here's the kicker right now, and I'm going to go through the rest of yours. What we're going to do right now is I'm turning your next action step into your 2-minute rule. Okay? So all of you that just typed in your next action step, I want you to do it right now. That means if it's an email, I want you to open it up and send it right now. For you, sir, I want you to go on your Facebook and say, I am starting now with my 30-day stretching and meditation practice. I will do 20 minutes a day. I'm going to post a picture of me doing it every single day. If you find me skipping a day, I will give you 20 pounds or $20. All right? That's your next action step. Next.
Okay, let's go with Daniel. He says, write down some daily affirmations to carry around with him each day.
Okay, good, Daniel. I want you to write down 3 of your daily affirmations. Hopefully you already have one. I want you to write the other 2 down right now in your phone. I want you to stick them on your notes section, and I want you to put a calendar reminder in tomorrow to where at 9 a.m. you're going to say them out loud into the mirror, and I want you to set up that calendar reminder for the rest of the next 30 days to where you do it every single day, okay? That's the 2-minute rule. You just actioned that item, all right? And now you just got something done that quite honestly, you might never have done, okay? So that's very good. Action it. What else?
Jose says his goal is to finish his thesis. The next step is finish reading the paper he's currently reading.
Okay, you're going to read the paper you're currently reading. How long is that going to take you? Type that in. Why not finish it tonight? If not, I want you to block out the next 3 days, the hours you're going to need to finish it by Thursday, all right? And I want you to type in your Facebook group, I'm going to finish this paper reading it by Thursday. It's going to be actually done. And don't anyone hang out with me. Pick up the phone, reply to my text message, or take me out for a beer until it's done. All right, that's your action. That's your 2-minute rule. Executed. What else?
It will take 30 minutes.
30 minutes? Okay, after this webinar is over, do it tonight, and then you're done. All right? What's the next one?
Robert, define my purpose.
Define your purpose. Okay, this is great, Robert. After this webinar is over tonight, I want you to close yourself down in a dark room. Well, I want you to turn your phone off and turn your TV off, and I want you to get a blank page. I want you to meditate for 30 minutes, and I want you to write down, why are you here on this planet? Okay, I want you to write 5 reasons down, and I want you to email them to me, brian@londonreal.tv. I want you to post them on your Facebook post. I don't care what anyone says. And say, I think I'm here on this planet for these 5 reasons. What do you think? And by tomorrow, I want you to choose what one of those reasons is, and I want you to get back to me. Okay? That's very important that you know your purpose, so let's take an action on it right now.
Haroon says goal is to start developing leads to make sales. His next action step is to set up his webinar.
Okay, set up your webinar. So set it up, Haroon. The rest of your class already did their goddamn webinar, right? So when is it, Haroon? Get a date. You're on the live call tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. That won't work. Do it Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. Start sending direct messages now to all of your people in Facebook. If you're not on the Business Accelerator, you won't know what I'm talking about. I want you to send out 50 messages tonight. I want you to invite your old ex-girlfriend from high school that you don't talk to anymore. I want you to invite your grandma. I want you to invite your next door neighbor. All those people you're too embarrassed to invite, I want you to invite them to your webinar because on Wednesday, you're going to sell 10 of your products. All right? Will you do that for me? Yes. Okay, give me one more.
Peter says goal is financially independent, become financially independent.
Okay, that's a great goal.
Next action step is seeing where he stands financially.
Okay, so tonight, I want you to go into your bank account and I want you to tell me how much money is in there. Then I want you to go back and do 30 days ago and find out how much money is in there. And I want you to track what you spend. And I want you to map out for the next 3 months, what's the minimum amount you can live on. Got it? The minimum amount. And cut out all the nonsense. The pub nights that go into the 3 figures, right? The movies you don't have to buy. The meals out you don't have to do. Find low-cost alternatives. Drop your cost base down. And then find out when you can be completely financially secure and start doing your own thing. But get me some numbers, okay? Email me those at brian@londonreal.tv tomorrow. But do that action tonight. It's doable. You have online banking, right? So do it tonight, all right? This is a way of taking those things and turning them into next action steps. And all of you know you can actually do it right now. Most of the next action steps are actually 2-minute rules, but you're too lazy or scared to do them. And that's what we're here for. More about accountability later. And I'm sorry if I get excited, but this is what I like to do, all right? Let's go point number 3. Here we go. This is the final point on super high performance habit, and this one is the best habit you can have in your life, all right? And it comes from U.S. Navy SEAL Jocko Willink. Now, if you've seen Jocko, if you know who Jocko is, type yes. If for some reason you've been living on planet Mars, it's okay. Type no. I'm going to play a video of Jocko later. So type that in right now because I want to know, what is extreme ownership? Well, it's a good question. Jocko spent the year 2006 in Ramadi, Iraq. He went into a guerrilla warfare situation that hadn't been seen in modern military times. He was trained in an era where there wasn't any war, right? And when he first went into Iraq, it was like a turkey shoot. There was no problems. But he went into Ramadi. He had friendly fire. He had civilians everywhere. He was in an urban environment where all of a sudden he was at high risk of killing civilians, of shooting his own men. And he had a situation where he had a blue on blue. Now, if you know what a blue on blue is, type yes in here, but it's an extremely horrible situation when one of your own men gets shot by your own men. And it's no joke. And 2 of the Iraqi officers that he was working with and got shot. And he came back to the base, and some of the higher command started sending messages like, Jocko, what the hell happened? And he had to go into a briefing room with 100 other SEALs. And he walked into that room and he looked around the room and he said, who's responsible for this happening? And you can imagine what this is like. Type A personalities, hardcore dudes, right? Who go out there to give their very best, just shot their own guys, right? One guy raised his hand, the radio guy, and said, Jocko, it was my bad because I should have known they were in that sector and I gave the wrong radio message. And Jocko said, okay, sit down. Who? He said, it's not you. Who's responsible? The sniper got up and he said, I should have been having cover fire. If I had been doing my job on sniper, those guys would have never felt like they were in danger and they never would have shot their own men. And he said, no, it's not you. He said, sit down. Another guy got up. Another guy got up. He told them all to sit down. You know what he said? He said, I'm responsible because I'm the leader. I take extreme ownership of what happens to this entire brigade. And by doing that, he checked his ego. He could have blamed someone else. He could have been fired that day, but his commanders saw that he took ownership of what happened. And he said, it's my fault because I didn't give that guy enough resources. I didn't brief the radio man. I didn't make communication better. I didn't prep the mission. I didn't give my men enough rest. I didn't ask the high command for more men. I didn't go and talk to the Iraqi soldiers and try to get better communication with them. He took extreme ownership. And I spent that hour and a half with Jocko in this room and I got out of it and I said to myself, how can I take extreme ownership in my life? Stop making excuses. Stop making those subconscious excuses that I don't even know I consciously make. Like, oh yeah, that's their fault. Oh my gosh, I'm 46. I just turned 46. I shouldn't have to do kettlebell swings and do heavy squats and do burpees. I shouldn't have to do what Ido Portal says. I'm old, right? I shouldn't have to have a six-pack. Oh, I'm too old for that, right? Or I work hard at London Real. I shouldn't also have to be a good parent. I shouldn't also have to be a good partner. No, she'll understand. I'm busy on a mission to change the world. Bullshit. I have to take extreme ownership in my life in everything I do, and I have to take it to the maximum extreme. And so I started looking in every part of my life how I could do that. Someone at London Real is tired. They're stressed out here. They leave. I'm like, oh, they couldn't handle it. They don't believe in the mission. Wrong. I didn't explain the mission to them. I didn't give them the resources. I didn't give them the time. It's my fault, extreme ownership, right? What happens? My back hurts. Oh, man, my back hurts. I got to take a break, right? Oh, I'm working it too much. Wrong. You haven't been moving. You've been giving the wrong diet. You've been eating gluten and being lazy, so it's inflamed it, right? And it's your fault that your back is hurting. Take extreme ownership and do the things that will put your body in a way where you can actually move it. Take ownership. Relationships. My daughter, Gabby, she's 13, right? 13-year-old girl doesn't want anything to do with a parent, right? She's like, what the hell are you talking about? President Obama's children don't even want to talk to him. Is that right? No, I take extreme ownership. I have to find tricks and solutions to get my daughter to hang out with her. I have to plan events out and say, oh, I happen to get 2 tickets to a show here in the West End. Would you like to go? I don't know who gave them to me. Of course I bought them. I have to find creative ways of making this relationship happen. It's not her fault. What do I say? She's a teenager. She's in this mood. No, it's my fault. It's my extreme ownership to make that relationship happen. And I started seeing this in all aspects of my life. Now, if something happens, I take ownership of it at all points. The power goes out at London Real Studios and the webinar stops. Whose fault is it? London? No, it's my fault because I didn't have a backup generator and a backup plan. Let's fix it next time. One of my students doesn't complete the course. Oh, they're lazy? No, it's my fault because I didn't go out there and put the video in place and do that live call with them and get that team leader to go the extra distance and build that workbook in to where they were successful. It's my fault. So you can take extreme ownership of every single thing in your life. Take it to the extreme. It's raining today. Whose fault is it? Yep, it's your fault it's raining, right? It could be another way. And I'm telling you, once you shift this mindset, you stop becoming a victim. If you've ever become a victim, type yes in this chat. How many of you suffer from victim mode? Oh, it's her fault. Oh, my wife and my husband, if they only would do this. Oh, my kids would do this. Oh, my body doesn't work anymore. Oh, my boss is a jerk. Your boss is a jerk? You're a jerk. Find a way of communicating with him. Find a way of going out. Find a way of stroking their ego. Find a way of making them look good. That's how people rise in this world. They find solutions. They don't talk about the problems. And that is what extreme ownership is all about. And it changed the way I deal with everything around here. From my stepdaughter, Gabby, from the team here at London Real, from technology, from my own body, from my own workouts. Now I don't give myself any excuses. There is no reason not to do anything because I take ownership. And sometimes I do it to an extreme where everybody around here looks at me like I'm out of my mind. But I would rather default to extreme ownership than not having it in my life. And so now I want to ask you, how can you take extreme ownership over this goal that you talked about in your life right now? How can you stop making excuses about the meditation, about the self-destructive behavior? Haroon, about quitting your job and starting your webinar. Haroon, when can you take some extreme ownership about this webinar? It's late, buddy. Everybody got theirs done by last night's call. Why is yours not until Wednesday? Take some extreme ownership. Christine, when are you going to quit your job? Take some extreme ownership and make it happen because nobody else is. And as soon as you take ownership, you become the most powerful person in the world. And I'm telling you, everybody here at London Real that sits in that leather chair takes extreme ownership, right? They stop giving excuses and they start getting things done. So type in now how you can take ownership over that goal or of something in your life and be creative, all right? Stop being the victim. Stop complaining and start attaining. And that's what this is all about. And so I'm going to play for you a short video of Jocko talking about that time of when he was in Iraq and what it was like and the answers he gave to his troops.
And I realized that there was only one person to blame for the confusion, only one person to blame for the wounded men, and only one person to blame for the dead Iraqi soldier. And I knew exactly who that person was. And with that knowledge, I walked into the debriefing room with my commanding officer and the master chief and the investigating officer were sitting there waiting for me along with the rest of my men, including my SEAL that had been wounded, who was sitting in the back of the room with his head and his face all bandaged up. And I stood up before them and I asked them one simple question. Whose fault was this? One of my SEALs raised his hand and he said, it was my fault. I didn't keep control of the Iraqi soldiers I was with. And they left their designated sector, and that was the root of all these problems. And I said, no, it wasn't your fault. And then another SEAL raised his hand and said, it was my fault. I didn't pass our location over the radio fast enough, so no one knew what building we were in, and that's what caused all this confusion. It was my fault. And I said, no, it wasn't your fault either. And then another SEAL raised his hand. And he said, boss, this was my fault. I didn't properly identify my target, and I shot and killed that friendly Iraqi soldier. This was my fault. And I said, no, this wasn't your fault either. And it wasn't yours or yours or yours, I said as I pointed to the rest of the SEALs in the room. And then I told them that there was only one person at fault for what had happened. There was only one person to blame. And that person was me. I am the commander. I am the senior man on the battlefield, and I am responsible for everything that happens. Everything. And then I went on to explain to them some new tactics, techniques, and procedures that we were going to implement to ensure that this kind of travesty never happened again. And I will tell you something, it hurt. It hurt my ego. It hurt my pride to take the blame. But I also knew that to maintain my integrity as a leader and as a man, I had to take responsibility. And in order to do that, I had to control my ego so that my ego did not control me.
So how are you going to take extreme ownership? Type in right now and tell me, what is the ownership you're going to take on that goal, on that task, on that thing you've been putting off? Type it in there now. I want to review them. And I just want to push you to just take that ownership, to stop being that victim and take back control of every aspect of your life. Business, personal, relationships, wealth, everything. So let me check in with Julian now and find out what people are saying. What are people thinking about this whole extreme ownership concept? I went pretty big there. I get pretty excited about this. What are people saying?
People are loving it, yeah.
Yeah?
Really embracing it. Christina here says, end of August, I want, not I will, but I want to quit and I own my hustle to make it happen.
Okay, all right, good. Christina, I want to quit. That's good. I would more like saying I am going to quit because that's 3 months, but that gives you 3 months. But okay, I would rather you say I'm going to quit in August. Burn the ships like Cortez did. It'll motivate you. Give your notice now would motivate you even better. So good, and take ownership of it. I don't think, Christina, you have a problem with ownership. I think you're very good at getting things done. Who else?
Maria says, I have to stop complaining that I do not have the physique that I want. It's my lack of discipline and consistency.
Yeah, look, with people's bodies, you hear it all the time. I don't have the body type. Oh, I'm too old for this, blah, blah, blah. The truth is, it's really your fault. Every single thing you put in your mouth, every single thought you have will affect your body. A movement routine and a fitness routine, it's actionable right now. I move every single day. You can start actually tomorrow doing it. You can change your diet. You won't recognize yourself in 4 weeks. So take extreme ownership. Most people, they just don't. They push it off. Oh, my back hurts, my knee hurts. Train around that injury. It's all excuses and it's all nonsense. The information is there. Make it happen. So thank you for that.
Carla says, if I feel too tired after work and don't want to exercise, that I won't blame my job or my sleep, but myself, and I'll do it.
I love it. Look, a lot of people get home from work. Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I worked really hard. I can't be expected to go to the gym. Bullshit. Take ownership. Take ownership and say, I'm the kind of person that's going to make that happen, right? I'm going to go there. I'm going to figure out a way. I'm going to get the energy. I'm going to push through it. See how amazing you feel afterward. And also, on that day during the work, make sure that day is an incredible day. And if you can't figure out a way to engineer it, take ownership of that whole process during the day. Super, super important to do that. Who else?
Thomas says, I blame time. I blame that I do not have enough time when really I spend a lot of time doing things that I don't need or don't take me towards my goal.
Time is an incredible one. 24 hours in every single day. How much time does Donald Trump have in a day? You know, controversial there. How much time does Elon Musk have in a day? How much time does Wim Hof or Jocko Willink have in a day? 24 hours. So how do they get so many things done? Jocko does a podcast every week. He's got 2 books coming out. He does these live events every 4 months around the world. He surfs and does jiu-jitsu every day. How? You have exactly the amount of much time as Jocko has as I have every day. You're just doing crappy management and you're letting yourself slide. Take ownership of that time. Make every single minute count. Put it in place and make it happen. Look at Jocko's Twitter feed every morning. 4:30 in the morning, he's up before the enemy. He takes a picture every morning. Why aren't you up that early? I'm telling you, you can make it happen and it will change your life.
Gerhard says, to take more ownership, I need to stop blaming my surroundings and analyze those surroundings to find solutions.
Yeah, I agree. And this, I think with you, Gerhard, is just take the ownership of it. You know, it's not for you. A lot of times, and people, when they recognize sabotaging behavior, oh, it's my mom. You tell yourself this dialogue. If I didn't grow up so messed up, if I didn't have that bad relationship, if I wasn't depressed, that's all BS. You know, you can take ownership every morning to wake up, say your affirmations, start getting things done, and say, I'm taking extreme ownership of everything in my life. Every bad thought that comes into my head, every bad relationship that's holding me wrong, take ownership and end it. So as soon as you start looking at life that way, and again, push it to the limit, right? When the sun comes out, take the ownership. When it gets wet, take the ownership. When something bad happens, take ownership of it. Err on that extreme.
Susan says, I will stop limiting myself because of my old age.
Good. And Susan, how old are you? Type in there. Old age is the crazy one. And whenever people say something about their old age, this is what I say, Susan, and try this one out. This works amazingly. I just turned 46 this week, right? Technically, that's old. I'm doing crazy things, right? I'm breakdancing. I'm doing lizard walks, right? I'm in the best shape of my life. I feel the best. I do crazy energy. I worked the whole day today and I'm pumped up, right? It's all in your mind and it's how you treat your body. And I'll always say this, and if you're ever feeling old, do this. make a phone call to the person that's you plus 10 years. So my 56-year-old person, I'm going to say, hey, Brian, you're 56, right? I'm too old to do this stuff. And my 56-year-old self says, are you effing kidding me, Brian? I would kill to be 46, to be so fluid the way I used to move, to look so handsome like you do now, to have all the opportunities I had for 10 years of my life. Get out there and get after it right now, dude. You have no time to waste. So if you're ever feeling like that, call your older self, and your older self is going to school your ass and say, what are you talking about? So just get after it and get it done. I'm telling you, these days there are no excuses. So that's just a taste of extreme ownership. Is there anything else?
Susan says she's 71 and she wants to run a marathon.
Susan, get it done. Are you kidding me? I mean, like 71 is the new 61. My mom is 72 or 73. She just visited North Korea, Antarctica, and Iran. What are you doing? Dan Pena is kicking ass every single day at the castle, and he tries to kick my ass when he can. 71. There's people out there writing books, bungee jumping, running marathons at 71. Please stop with the 71, right? Call me when you're 91. Even don't call me then, all right? You have plenty of time in your life. Make it happen now. Make it happen now, Susan. Stop making excuses, all right? Let me finish on this last point, all right? So those are habits. Those are 3 habits I've learned. I've actually got a lot more habits that I want to teach you, and hopefully I'll get a chance to teach those in the future. But there's one thing that's probably still missing, and that's accountability. And we've been thinking about this for the last 2 years at London Real, because just now, hopefully a lot of you are pumped up, right? We got a goal. We got an affirmation. I even told you the next action step that you can take tomorrow or tonight and make sure that you get it done, and I got you to take extreme ownership. But what happens when you wake up tomorrow morning and you're like, well, no one's looking. Brian's not here. No one at London Real is here. My friends don't know about this. I guess I can be 71 that day, right? Or I guess I can, I guess I can wallow in my depression and say I shouldn't have to change my game. Or Christina, maybe you can wait until next year to quit your job. There's plenty of time, right? The problem is there's no accountability. There's no one keeping you accountable to get those things done. And when I've had people in my life to keep me accountable, that's when I've done amazing things. And to be honest, that's how London Real was created. Because I promised to you 5.5 years ago that I would publish an episode every single week without fail, no matter what. And you kept me accountable. And that's how this whole organization grew. That's how I grew as a human being, because I was held accountable. And so I sat down with the staff here and we said to ourselves, okay, we know these high performance habits. We know what they are because I know they work and I've done them. We can teach those. But how do we keep people accountable? What can we do? Do we put together a group? Do we get together a way? And so we started the academy and we tried to find ways to keep people accountable in the academy, and it was kind of working and it wasn't really working. And so we finally came up with a system that would hold people accountable for a 6-week period and would make them engage in 18 successful habits that I learned from the greatest guests on London Real. Yes, names like Dorian Yates, like Wim Hof, like Jocko Willink, like the $50 billion man, like Ido Portal, like Mike Dolce, like all of these great names. And we've called it the Life Accelerator. And I took 60 students through this program, and I'm telling you, we changed lives. We made people like shocked and amazed at the people they became. I didn't recognize these people at the end. I think most people lost between 5 and 10% of their body weight. They were svelte and skinny at the end. They had these new mindsets. Their relationships were improved. 3 of those people got London Real tattoos on their body. I kid you not. When they were posting it, I was like, what that never happened in the history of this program, because this course changed their life so much. And that's because we put together a system, a blueprint of how we get people to take action on their goals. And we engineer every single week 3 high performance habits, and we stack them. So the first week you get 3. The next week you get 3 more, and you do the previous 3, so that's 6. The next week you get 3 more, so now you've got 9, 12, 15, 18. By the time you're done with the 6 weeks, you've got 18 different habits. You've been accountable every single day to a group of peers that are now family. And we bring everyone together here in London for an optional 2-day graduation. These people have become like brothers and sisters. And the best part is, we engineered a plan for 12 months to continue on this goal setting with monthly live calls. And that is the Life Accelerator. Our first program blew us away with what was happening. And we are now offering the second class. It's a program I'm so excited. It is a literal game changer. It's what I always wanted the Academy to be really honest, and it never got there because we weren't able to hold people accountable every single day. And so that is what the Life Accelerator, and that is how you can become accountable. Because the truth is, when it comes to online programs out there, the sad fact is only 5% of the people actually ever complete those programs. They don't watch the videos. They don't actually complete the coursework. The truth is with the Life Accelerator, we have a 96% graduation rate because we drag people through that course. You can see how intense I am. That's because I get you to show up to those calls. I get you to go to that private Facebook group. I get you to put your assignments into our accountability document. And I get you in a group, a small group of people with your team leader, and I make sure that action happens. And we have designed this thing. I'm telling you, there's no product out there like it. You don't get people putting tattoos of your logo on their body for no reason. And that's exactly what we created in this Life Accelerator. And let me walk you through the 6-week and the 6 modules. And I've got some bonuses. And if you want to join me on this, I'm telling you, it will literally change your life. And if you watch the videos and testimonials, which I'll share with you later of these people, I'm telling you, they've transformed. I've had people get sober on this course that have been alcoholics their whole life. I've had people change from a victim mentality into something I don't even recognize anymore. And so in the first week, there's module 1. And what I do is I walk you through 3 icons of London Real, which is Mimi Icon, Tim Ferriss, and of course, Simon Sinek. I get you to master your emotions through a powerful concept called meditation, the one that got me to start London Real. But for the first time in your life, I get you to actually execute on that meditation every single day for 6 weeks. Congratulations, now it's a habit for life. Next, I show you how to transform your suffering into gratitude every single day. This will change the energy you have with the world. Again, huge game changer, that's week 1. And second, or third, we introduce a low media diet. This is something I learned from Tim Ferriss. This had the greatest impact of our 60 graduates than any single thing on the whole course. We reduce your media consumption. That means television, podcasts, news reports of all the stupid, horrible things happening in the world, all those stupid videos you watch on YouTube, all those dumb Instagram posts. We reduce it down so you can get down to what's important in your life, your purpose, your mission on this world, and your relationships. That is week 1. Week 2, we call it honing your mindset. And it's basically what I taught you tonight. I channel Dan Pena and go deep on those affirmations. I take David Allen and getting things done to the next level, and we take extreme ownership into all aspects of your life, and I teach you what it means to take discipline and turn it into freedom. This is module 2, and I call it Hone Your Mindset. Module 3 is where the real magic happens. You are what you eat. This is where I tear down your diet and introduce the London Real Eating Quadrant. This is not a diet. This is an eating philosophy that I use every single day, that our team here in the studio uses. This is a game changer. I show you how to replace toxic eating habits with healthy ones that will support your new lifestyle. I show you how to take control of your meals and ensure high energy all day long. Finally, you are going to lose weight. I'm telling you, by the end of the course, you'll lose at least 5% of your body weight, if not 8%. You'll feel amazing. And this is one of the easiest things to do, and I show you exactly how to do it. Module 4, move or die. Folks, it's time to start moving that body. And I don't care, Susan, if you're 71 years old or what country you're in or who you are. We will be moving every single day of the week, and those pains in your knees and the pains in your back and that belly you've been having and all of those parts of your body you haven't been moving for years, we are going to move. And you're going to find that after a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you are going to be doing things you never imagined possible. I'm going to show you how I move. I'm going to introduce routines, movement techniques, yoga, animal walks. I'm going to show you how you will completely move as a different person. I'm going to show you breathing techniques that are going to cleanse your mind and show you a different way of doing things. And I am going to show you Elliot Hulse's active meditation. We're actually going to do a live worldwide active meditation session on the live call that week. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your psychology and your physicality. But I'm not done there. Module 5, strengthen your inner circle. This is about relationships. Now, I want you to identify your top 3 relationships. Then I want you to restructure them, and I want you to rejuvenate them. That is what this is about. Treat your loved ones like your clients. I'm going to teach you what I learned from Esther Perel. Next, I want you to reconnect with your family on a level deeper than you ever have before. Tell those people how you feel about them. Make time out. These are the people that will give you the energy to find your purpose. These are people that will give you the energy to take extreme ownership of your life. These are the people that will give you the energy to get that new body and get everything back in your life. And then we're going to purge those relationships that are pulling you down. You know the ones I'm talking about. That family member that's always telling you can't do it. That person that's always saying, why don't we go have a beer? Let's forget about your goals for the weekend. We're going to remove those people from your life. And finally, you are going to practice a forgiveness schedule that's going to clear years of invisible weight off of your shoulders and allow you to get to the next level. But I'm not done with that. Module 6 is about planning your winning future. And this is something we've never done with any program before, because most programs, when they're done, they're done. It's not really in my interest to plan out a whole nother year, but I'm doing it because I want you to be successful. So in week 6, I am going to do a few things. First, I'm going to show you a stoic way of thinking to where you can deal with any problem that hits you in your life. This is the concept of resistance. Next, we are going to put together a detailed 12-month plan. We are going to schedule regular 1-month video calls with your entire team, and we're going to check in with you, and you're going to have a live call with me at the end of those 12 months with your entire class, and we are going to celebrate together the new person that you are 12 months from now. And I'm telling you, we won't even recognize each other. We're going to be talking about that book you wrote. We're going to be talking about that podcast you started. Christina, we're going to talk about the 7-figure business. Susan, we're going to talk about that marathon you ran. Yeah? We're going to be talking about these amazing successes, and it's engineered in the program to where you can continue it. So this course is actually 1 year and 6 weeks because we make it happen. And finally, I'm going to leave with you the psychology of the top 1%. And so this is what happens over 6 weeks. You have 6 video lessons. These are 3 videos each where I walk you through the concepts and what I've learned from each individual guest, these amazing habits. That is followed by 12 hours of live video calls every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Every Sunday at 7 o'clock, you have a 1-hour live video call where I see your face on the Zoom call software. I can ask you questions. I'm like, Susan, how's that coming? Christina, what's going on? Haroon, have you done that yet? What's up? That's how we do it. There is a 24-hour response time. Any question you have for me or the team leaders, we get back with a private email address. And of course, you have lifetime access to all the video modules, all the Facebook group. You get our trademark accountability doc. Every single assignment is in there. Every single member of the class, and I check on you every week. Hey, how come that wasn't done? How come the meditation practice you skipped on Wednesday? What about that diet? How come you ate gluten and sugar on Thursday, Haroon? I see you. Let's fix that. That's all in the trademark accountability doc. Also, you get access to the private Facebook group. But this isn't some group where you type in a few messages. You upload videos of your meditation. You upload videos of your low media diet. You upload videos of your movement practice. You comment on each other. Hey, I like what you're doing. Wait a second, your diet is not on point this week. This is a group where you will find, I'm telling you, these people will become like brothers and sisters. They'll be your future business partners. You'll find mentors, investors. You get so close with this group because we get vulnerable here. We talk about how we're victims someday, and we build each other up to this incredible tight class that ends up getting tattoos together and doing all these crazy things. And ask people that have graduated from this course, and I'll show you testimonials later. These people are so close to the people in this group because we really get it out there. And again, we graduate 96% of the people that join this course. The average in the industry is 5%. People stop after a week. Oh, I won't watch the video. I will hunt you down on this course. I will find you and say, why weren't you on that call? That is what we do here. We hold you accountable, and there's nothing like it out there at all. And to kick it all off as a bonus, I am inviting you to an optional graduation event right here in London, July 22nd and 23rd. Come in. You have a free ticket to a super focus group. If you've never been to one, it's incredible. 150 people in the room. We do Wim Hof breathing. We do active meditation. You meet London Reelers. The energy is amazing. You got a free ticket to that. The next day, we do interviews right here at London Reel Studios. You can sit in a leather chair. I'll interview you about the experience you had in the Life Accelerator. We've got a dinner with the whole group that night. We have a private chef. We close down one of the restaurants in London. You get a free meal there. It's amazing. You hang out with the people. We have a walking tour the next day, and we might be jumping in a lake. We did that last time in Hampstead Heath. I'll let you know, tattoos are optional that day, so it's okay. And so that is all there, and you get a free ticket to that graduation as well. But I will say this. I cannot promise results after 6 weeks for you. I can't guarantee that I'm going to solve all the problems in your life. I can't guarantee I'm going to give you that 7-figure business. I can't guarantee I'm going to crush those self-destructive habits, because I need you to commit to me that you're willing to meet me halfway. And if you promise to give me 110%, I promise that me and my team will give you 100% of our time. We are ruthless about this course. We love seeing people get across the goal line. I get so much juice about seeing you accomplish amazing things. And so if you promise to go in there and do the things we say, to do the meditation, the low media diet, to go in on these things, I promise that you will get amazing results and that you will be amazed. You won't even recognize the person you are at the end of it. And let's be honest, how many times have you tried this? How many blogs have you read? How many podcasts have you listened to? How many self-help books? How many life coaches have you hired? How many times have you tried to actually get your life together? I know I tried for years and years and years, and nobody ever gave me an option like this. I had to hire a meditation coach. I had to try to get a seminar. It never worked. And the truth is that no one ever gets this done, because no one ever stacks up these habits, and no one ever promises the accountability like we do here at London Real. And so that's why we built the accelerator, and it's built on 3 pillars: mentorship, accountability, and feedback. I will be your mentor. I will teach you these high-performance habits one by one until you've stacked up like this, 18 habits over the course of those 6 weeks. 18 habits. I will be mentoring you personally. I'll be teaching you on these video courses. I'll be answering your questions on these live interactive calls. It's incredible. Accountability is next. You'll have a team leader that'll be assigned to your individual group. You'll have an accountability doc. You'll have to post the videos, post everything in the document. We will be taking roll on these calls. The accountability is like nothing you've ever seen. If you don't attend the call, you'll be getting an email. You'll be getting a Facebook video. You'll be getting a Facebook call. Where are you? Let's get this done. And finally, you get feedback from me, from your team leaders, from the rest of your group. Hey, Haroon, why were you on that call? What happened? Susan, how's that marathon coming? Send me a video of you running 5 miles. Always the class is saying, what's going on? What's going on? Those are the 3 pillars: mentorship, accountability, and feedback. And that's what makes this course very, very different. And tonight, if you act right now on this webinar, I am giving away a special bonus. This is a video that no one's seen unless you're a member of the London Real Academy, and it's closed right now. And this is a special conversation I had with the championship boxer, Chris Eubank, and it's on obsession. Chris Eubank talks about how you being obsessed can let you accomplish anything in your life, your business, that perfect relationship you want, the best kids in the world, the best parent, your health, your movement practice, your body. Chris Eubank talks about this. This is a value of $2,000. I will give you that fireside chat video tonight as a free bonus. If you sign up before this webinar is over, you get the Chris Eubank video. The people that have seen this video, it's blown their minds. They get brand new inspiration. They're like, wait a second, I want to do this stuff right now. That is yours free if you act tonight. And finally is the package. Now, a lot of you don't have the cash flow, and I understand this, but I don't care, because I know this course gets results, and quite honestly, I just want to see you win, because it just puts great energy in my life, and it gets you out there saying, man, this is amazing. Not only look what London Real did, but maybe your friends will start trying affirmations, and trying a low media diet, and try moving every day, and try a mindset like Jocko Willink. And so I am offering tonight, for the first time ever in the history of London Real, a payment plan, because I understand what it needs. So for the very, very reasonable price of $197 a month for 12 months, you can join this program now. We've never done this in the history. I was really hesitant to do this, but honestly, I want the most number of people on this course possible, because this thing changes the world, point blank. Because I want to bump into people on the streets that have gone through this course, because they're going to be positive, they're going to have amazing energy, they're going to be saying affirmations every day, and they're going to be doing game-changing stuff. These are the people I want to hang out with. This is the world I want to create. And so I'm offering that right now, 12 payments of $197. If you want to save, you can pay in full for $1,997, and you can save yourself $367. So if you want, you can pay in full. If you happen to have that money in the bank, you can do that. If for some reason things are tough, You can come up with $197 a month. I think that's really affordable. It's even less in pounds if you're here in the UK. For that, I guarantee it will change your life. This will change your life. And so those are amazing, affordable options. And also, tonight, if you pay in full, I'm giving 2 other bonuses. One is the Dan Pena Live at the Ritz. This was an event that cost $2,000 to attend. It was only allowed for 33 people that fly around the world. No one's ever seen this unless you've been in the academy. I'm going to give that away to you tonight. If you pay in full, you can watch it tonight. If you click on the link now, go in and buy it. I will give you that Dan Pena Live at the Ritz. This thing changed the game of the people in that room. I have entrepreneurs that came back to me later and said, Brian, I changed my game at work. I got promoted. I started a new company. My wife said I was never different again. I'm telling you, it's hard to watch this video, but if you watch it, it will shock you into taking action, taking those affirmations. And that's your free tonight if you pay in full. And the second pay in full bonus is I give you a live video kickoff call with me before this course starts. Next week, I get you on a call and we talk about what is your biggest point of resistance? How can I make sure you are the most successful person on this course? And I'm giving that to you as well. That in itself has a $2,000 value. If you buy this right now tonight and pay in full, I give you that bonus as well. But don't take my word for it. Here are some testimonials of some of our graduates in the past. These are people whose lives have changed. This is a game-changing experience. This is easily worth 10 times the price that you're paying. And this is Andrea Bordas. She's an incredible graduate of ours. She's actually one of our team leaders now in our Business Accelerator course because she's so exceptional. This woman is in her early 20s and she said, this program is not just about learning. It is about taking action and doing stuff. And Andrea knows how to do this more than anyone else. She's absolutely incredible. Secondly, I want you to hear from Boops Daya. Boops is an incredible graduate of our Life Accelerator. He's actually on the Business Accelerator right now. I just talked to him on a Facebook chat. He is starting an amazing business and been really successful so far. And he said, in 6 weeks, I made amazing changes, more than many people make in months, if not in their lifetimes. And that's what Boops said. Next, Alexander Stensby. Alexander struggled as an alcoholic and addict for much of his life. He is now sober. It is incredible the transformation that Alexander said. And he said, suddenly I took extreme ownership of my life, my relationships, and my surroundings. I got shit done. Alexander went on to enroll in our Business Accelerator program. He's now creating a business of his own. I'm telling you, it's no coincidence. These people take this course and their life changes. Now they're building businesses. I'm telling you, you don't recognize Alexander. The first call, he was this moody dude from somewhere in Norway. When he came to the graduation ceremony in London, he was the life of the party, bouncing around, hugging people, and he was sober. This guy has changed his game, and it was all because he took the action and bought this Life Accelerator course. It's absolutely amazing. But on top of this, I want to also give you a special bonus if you're one of the first 20 customers. I'm looking at some of the people buying here. I think there's about 7 of these left, maybe 6 at this point. So for the next 6 people that buy this, I'm giving away this bonus, which is Secrets of the High Performance Mindset. And here I've compiled special, never seen before footage of 5 of our most incredible guests here at London Real that include U.S. Navy SEAL Jocko Willink, the $50 billion man Dan Pena, the 4-Hour Work Week author Tim Ferriss, the speaker and author Simon Sinek, you know with him, Start With Why, and of course, the internet entrepreneur Mimi Icon. I'm giving you a video of Secrets of the High Performance Mindset that has a $1,000 value. It is yours for the next 5 people that buy the course. I'm giving you that bonus tonight. Again, it's worth it just to get these bonuses. They're amazing the way they motivate you, but of course, the course will give you the accountability. And just to show you how much I believe in this course, and I believe in this more than anything I've ever created here at London Real, by far, by a factor of 10. I know this course will change your game. I know it will change it so much that I am offering you, wait for it, a full 100% money back guarantee. Yes, that means you can pay me for this course and I will give you a full refund. If you take this course, you do what I say, you complete the coursework, you show up to the calls. If by the end you're like, Brian, this didn't totally change my life, I'm not 100% amazed and completely blown away, I will give you a refund. You get all your money back. No problem, it's yours. So I have completely removed the risk from you tonight, as in you have no downside. If your life hasn't completely changed in a positive way, I give you a refund. So you have absolutely nothing to lose. So my question is, why won't you do it, Susan? Why won't you do it, Haroon? Why won't you do it, Dan? Why won't you do it, Gayhard? Why not? The only thing stopping you right now is your own self-sabotage. Don't let that person win again. Don't let the person win that always says you can't do it. That friend or that family member that says, no, you're not good enough. Play small with your life. I'm giving you a reason to play big with your life. There's no money at stake. Just trust me and go on this adventure. You will not go wrong. So that's 100% money back guarantee that I give you right now. So just to completely go everything, it's a 6-week course. We start next week. 12 hours of live video calls. I give you 6 video modules, which is 3 videos each. That's 18 high performance habits from the greatest guests on London Real. In my opinion, the greatest minds in the whole world. I show you how to execute on their habits. You get lifetime access to all of this information forever, as long as you want. You get 24-hour response time to any question you have about anything from myself at the London Real team. You get access to our trademark accountability doc, to where you get held accountable for every single step of the way. There's like 50 deliverables on this course. I make sure you meditate. I make sure you eat right. I make sure you cut down low media. I make sure you're grateful. I make sure you get that workout in. I make sure you repair that relationship. I make sure you get rid of that bad energy in your life. And I make sure you set up a 12-month plan for the future. I make sure you win. That is what I'm promising you on that accountability doc. I give you this private Facebook group. I'm telling you, you can get into this group tonight. The energy you feel in there is amazing. When London Reelers open up and you start seeing these people, first of all, they're from all around the world just like you. We'll have people from Bulgaria, from New York City, from Auckland, from London, from Paris, from Australia, from America, from South America, Canada. We have people all around the world. You'll see people, different colors, different shapes, different professions. I've got movers. I've got people in diet. I've got millionaires. I've got Wall Street traders, nurses. I've got Dan Pena Castle graduates. I've got lawyers. I've got every single person under the sun who are now going to be your classmates. You're going to learn from them. These are people you can travel and visit all around the world. This group, I'm telling you, people have told me the network alone is worth the price of membership. I give you that. The bonuses, if you enroll tonight, I give you my fireside chat with Chris Eubank on an obsession. This will blow your mind and get you fired up right now to take action. If you pay in full tonight, the $1,997, I give you Dan Pena live at the Ritz. This is Dan Pena at the most exclusive hotel in London. 33 top-ranked entrepreneurs, millionaires. We had a billionaire in the room that day. This is Dan Pena going hardcore. You see him yelling, fire and brimstone. This alone will get you fired up to make changes in your life. And also, I give you a free video call with me next week where I'm going to go through your major point of resistance to guarantee you success on this program. That is free for you if you pay in full tonight. And also, for the first 20 customers, I don't even know if this is left, so try to get this now. I give you secrets of the high performance mindset featuring Mimi Icon, Jocko Willink, Tim Ferriss, Simon Sinek, you know it. This video will get you keyed up for the total high performance mindset. And now I would love to answer questions from you. Again, with the payment plan, it's just a no-brainer for me. With the money back guarantee, there's just no risk for you. So please ask me any questions right now. The only question I have for you is, why haven't you signed up? Again, you get me like this twice a week for the next 6 weeks, and probably every other day as well, fired up in the Facebook group. I'm telling you, you will get things done. So please ask your questions right now about anything you want in the program, about the calls, about the money, about anything. My question is for you, why haven't you signed up? Seriously, tell me, why haven't you joined right now? This class will be full. We're going to close this thing out very shortly, so do it right now. But before I get to your questions, I just want to answer a few of the most common ones because I know you're going to ask these anyways. So let me just answer those right now. First of all, people say, Brian, I can't afford it. And I always kind of laugh at that because this is an investment. And I look at some of the investments that I've had in the past, and one of them was my education at MIT. And when I first got there, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a lot of money to go to this amazing institution for 1 year. And I could have said, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go get a job at McDonald's instead, right? Because that way I wouldn't have had to spend I think it was $14,000 at the time. But that was an investment in my future that paid off 10x, easily 10x, maybe 100x, by going to that institution, preparing me for excellence, to teach me really about great high performance habits. For me, that was a no-brainer. So when I see people say I can't afford it, it makes me think they're not seeing the big picture. Because for me, this is an investment that you can make. And for $197 a month or $1997, this is an investment that's going to pay off in ways you will never understand. It's going to get you that new job. It's going to double your salary. It's going to get you that new relationship, that new body. It's going to get you running a marathon when you're 71, 81, 91 years old. How do you put a price on that, Susan? How do you put a price on that? That's an investment with you getting the most out of life. So if that's a question, you're definitely in the wrong place, because if you don't see the value here, something is wrong. This is an investment. I would say, how can you afford not to pay for this? That's what I would say. So I hear that a lot. Usually it tells me right away, this is not for you. Here's another one. I don't have any time. And Julian said this earlier. Someone said, oh, I don't have any time. Of course, that's a way of not taking extreme ownership. We all have 24 hours in a day. Me, Elon Musk, Beyonce, Jocko Willink, Dan Pena. How do these people get things done? They do it because they prioritize with their time. So you can tell me that you're a single mother with 3 kids and you have a business and you have a side project. I've had this person on the Life Accelerator. Her name is Susan Gunner. I've had this person on the Business Accelerator. Her name is Jen Taylor, okay? So don't tell me about your time. I'm gonna show you how to use your time more efficiently. And in the first week alone, I'm gonna give you back about 10 hours in your week. By cutting down on low media, getting you meditating, and getting you to think about some of your practices, I'm gonna give you time back. So not having time is actually not a good answer, because I'm gonna show you how to take back time in your life like all the successful people do. I also hear, how is this course different from any other course out there? The truth is, those 3 pillars: mentorship, accountability, and feedback. I'm here walking you through on live calls every week. This isn't just a piece of video you watch. I'm there checking in to see if you're on the call. I'm there checking your accountability, and I'm making sure you're there every single week through mentorship and feedback. We have a 96% completion rate, unheard of. The web is 5% if you buy programs out there. So you're wasting your money. So if I do the math, you should probably pay about 20 times more for this course. So again, that's how this is different. We hold you accountable, we give you the mentorship, and we give you the feedback. And finally, or not finally, someone said, what if I don't have any goals? That's what some people come to us. You know what I say? Even better. Because a lot of people come on here without the goals. And what we do is help you flush out the goals. And by week 2, once we've got the mindset and the mindfulness and that whole bond, we've actually got the goals that we're working on in the future. So you actually don't need to come in with those things. Sometimes I actually prefer a blank slate, because some people come in and say, but I want to be a billionaire, Brian, and I want to get a 6-pack. By the end of the course, they're like, wait a second. I want to start a business that changes people's lives. I want to build a family that gives me power in life. I want to be the greatest parent ever. I want to mentor people. I want to write a book that helps things, and I want to earn 7 or 8 figures along the way. Those are the kind of goals that I'm going to teach you how to get. And finally, some people say, Brian, I don't live in London. I can't take the course. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This course is designed for people that aren't in London. Just like all the people on this course right now, 98% are not in London. I'm telling you, I have people, in the last call, we had people in 14 different time zones. It's actually more effective if you don't live here, because you pull in for the connection of people all around the globe. And you get new mindsets. If you're in Chicago, you see how someone in Auckland or in London operates. And once you see these people have success, it pulls you up. And so by having other cultures, it's a huge asset for us. And so now I want to answer some questions from you. I know I did a lot of talking. Again, I think the link is still up. By the end of the webinar, we will not be giving away the Chris Eubank Obsession piece. And you probably have to go pretty quick if you want to get that first 20 sign-up bonus. What are people saying? What are some of the questions that I can answer?
Yep, there's 5 minutes left on that offer at the moment.
5 minutes left on that offer. So if you're thinking about doing it, do it now. Of course, there's the 2 pay in full bonuses. If you want to just pay in full, you can get the Dan Pena and, of course, the live video kickoff call with me. What are people saying?
A couple of people asking about when the first payment has to be made. So Duncan says, can I sign up on Wednesday when I get paid? And Peter also saying, when does the first payment have to be made?
So to lock in your spot tonight, we take the first payment tonight. So it's important that you do that, especially if you want these bonuses. We close this thing out on Friday, or if we hit our maximum first. So if we hit that by Wednesday, I'm sorry, it'll be too late. If we don't, then that could be an option. I would do what you can to see if you can lock this payment in tonight. Plus the Chris Eubank Obsession will not be offered after tonight, and I think it's a really important piece of content. So I would kind of do what you can to try to make payment tonight. But yeah, it does take the payment then. After that, it's monthly.
What's that minimum payment they need to put down tonight to lock it in?
So it's $197. You can also choose to pay in whatever currency you want. I think when you check out, I believe, or it'll convert if you have a credit card, say in sterling. So maybe it's 150 pounds in sterling. That's what you need to lock that in tonight.
And just on payment again, Mateus is asking, what's the installment setup?
So the installment setup is 12 payments of $197. That's structured over the next 12 months. Again, there's bonuses if you pay early, but otherwise that's what the payment plan is. This program is for 6 weeks, and then we schedule out a 12-month success plan for you, which includes monthly calls after that, to live calls to make sure you hit your goals.
Aldo says, what's the difference between the Life and the Business Accelerator?
Great question. The Business Accelerator is an 8-week program where we teach you how to go from an idea to an actually revenue-generating business in that amount of time. And so that's happening actually right now. We won't do that, of course, again until September. It's really about a business and a business model and taking everything we've learned about producing video and creating a personal brand and doing webinars and building websites and building products and things like that. It doesn't really have anything to do with all of the other aspects of London Real, which are spirituality, mindfulness, movement, diet. A lot of people take the Life Accelerator first and then take the Business Accelerator. This time, some of the Business Accelerator people might take the Life Accelerator. They're two different things. To be honest, our most successful person on the Business Accelerator as of yesterday, which is Maha, who just sold 20 of her first products. She blows my mind how much she sold yesterday. She's a graduate of the Life Accelerator. No coincidence. Susan Gunner, Haroon, a lot of these people graduated from the Life Accelerator because they got their head straight before they went into business. So if you're thinking about the Business Accelerator, I highly suggest take this first because you'll get much more out of that program, much higher possibility that you'll be successful.
Robert's saying that he doesn't have 1,000 to make this happen right now. He doesn't need 1,000.
No, you don't need 1,000. All you need right now is $197 to lock this in. So if you can find that somehow, borrow it from a friend or get a credit card or something to lock that in, the next payment isn't due for a month. So, maybe we take some of this into place. We do some affirmations in the next week. We get you set up that you can make that $197 the next month. So you don't need the 1,000. Again, that's why we did the payment plan. First time we're doing this because I want as many people to gain from this course because this will change your life. This will allow you to make the money to pay for this course.
Tom says, what if I don't like it and I want my money back?
Like I said, I'm giving 100% guarantee for this course. All I ask is for you to go through it and take the 6 weeks. Show up to the calls, do what I teach you, do the exercises. At the end of the 6 weeks, you're like, Brian, this didn't work for me, give me a refund. It's yours. 100% guarantee. This video will be going on YouTube later. You can quote me right now. So you have 100% risk removal. Matter of fact, so there's no risk whatsoever for not trying this program. You can take all the knowledge for free. You can take my mentorship for free. You can take access to the private Facebook group, the workbooks, all the videos, everything for free if you're not 100% satisfied. That has actually never happened because everyone loves this course so much. But if you're the first, it doesn't bother me at all. I'll give you a refund.
Alexander asking, when are the live calls?
So the live calls are Tuesday night at 7 o'clock London time, Sunday night at 7 o'clock London time. We do record them. If for some reason you can't be on them, we post them in the private Facebook group so you can catch up. But I do really like you to be there because that's the way we get the most action. Are you feeling the energy right now because you're live? Exactly. Wait till I can click in and look at you and you can talk to me at the same time. That's what happens on our Zoom calls, Julian smiling, because I call people out and I get them to answer questions. That's how we get so much growth from you because you're not just passively watching a video, which doesn't work, right? Because you've tried that before and it doesn't work. So that's the difference here. And that's what happens twice a week for 6 weeks.
Someone asking on the website chat, if I sign up now, can I still get the bonuses?
Yes, if you sign up right now, well, who is it? If we get their name.
The first 20, there's only one left.
So there's one left. Yes, sign up right now and you can get that bonus. And if for some reason someone grabbed it, I will honor that. So you've got their name. You can go into the chat and say, Brian said I could do it at 2041 in the website and give me my bonus, all right? And if anyone else is here right now and you want that bonus, say Brian said at 2041 I could have the bonus and I'll honor it, okay? So even if it's not there on the website, I'll give you the first 20 bonus right now, which is those high performance secrets, all right? And again, by the end of the webinar, you get the Chris Eubank Obsession. That's gone after tonight. So that you can't get that bonus at any point during this week. And of course, the pay in full bonuses are only good if you pay in full. So that's it. And there's a bunch of other bonuses as well that we include on the website. Is that good for questions? Because I want
great question here from Johan. He's saying, when does it actually start, Brian?
So great question. Like I said, we're going to close the class out probably today or tomorrow if we hit our limit. Worst case, it's going to be Friday. You're going to get Module 1 delivered to your inbox on Sunday. The first call is not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. I think it's June 6th is the first call. I think that's right, Siri? June 6th is the first call, and then it's 6 Tuesdays, and then boom, you're done. You're a brand new person, and then you've got monthly calls to keep you like just skyrocketing your trajectory after that. Yeah, June 6th is the first live call. I'm telling you, this is happening now. This is the time to just stop analyzing it, stop thinking about the money, stop thinking about that. Just think about the way your life is going now and the fact that nothing else is working. This will work. So take a deep breath, pull the trigger, and you will not be disappointed. I guarantee you and I will be on this call. I'll be looking at you. We'll be getting results. People won't recognize you after 2 or 3 weeks. They just won't. That's what we do.
I love this. Duncan just says, I am enrolled. It jumped out of my comfort zone and I am feeling sick as...
Good. Thank you, Duncan. Look, I know it's hard to get out of your comfort zone sometime. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible for you because I know what you can do. Again, Duncan, you're not going to recognize the person you are. And the people that are on the edge right now that are like, I don't know, Brian, I'm telling you, for $197, there's nothing in your life that you've bought, whether it's that new t-shirt or that meal out or that whatever. This is a game changer. Close your eyes, take a deep breath and hit that pay button and then feel a little sick and feel a little uneasy. I'm getting you out of your comfort zone. I guarantee this will work. I guarantee you results. This will happen, or I'll give you all your money back and you can keep 6 weeks of free mentoring, all of this instruction. I'm telling you, this will help your life some way over the next 10, 20 years. You can have it for free. So literally, don't overanalyze that. We're sending out an email on Thursday that says, don't overthink this. Don't go through with the spreadsheet. For once in your life, close your eyes and say, Brian Rose, London Real, do I love what they do? Do I trust what they do? Does this make sense? Yes, it does. Buy it. And then just do it. That's what this is all about. Gut feel. Go with your gut here. Yeah?
Sounds good.
All right, before I close out, I want to talk about 2 other things. And I just want to explain a couple other stories that happened. I mentioned Jen Taylor earlier. She's a graduate of one of our programs. And Jen says, Brian Rose and his team have laid out step-by-step how to get from point A to point Z. And I love being part of the group dynamic and the infectious excitement that people feel when they make progress. It's not only the process, but the environment. And that's so true with Jen. I loved having her there. And I'm telling you, the people in London Real, the people in the Academy, the people you're going to meet in this Facebook group, literally, when you pay and click through, you're going to start meeting them now. You're going to be like, where have these people been in my life? Positive people, vulnerable. They want to do things in their life. I'm telling you, these are to be your partners, your business partners, could be your future spouse. You know, I don't know what's going to happen, but these are amazing people in here. And here's another one. Drago Stefanescu said, this experience will move you. You will challenge yourself to be more and to get more done. And he did amazing things when he was in the course. And it wasn't just him, James Butterworth, and I got a video of James in a little bit. He said, time and again, Brian and the team have patiently gone above and beyond what was stated in the course contents. And I got to admit that's true. You can see how fired up I get about this. Man, your life is my life for the next 6 weeks. Your wins are my wins. And if you don't win, I don't win. And that's what it's going to be all about. You and your success. And James had an amazing way that he got there. And finally, Marielle, she's an amazing woman who was in Colombia, came to London for the graduation. She's doing incredible things. And she said, at the beginning, I thought this program was only about achieving my goals. But what I learned was 10 times more than what I expected. And she's right. Marielle is becoming a different person. She's got energy. She's like a queen now. She's like leading a movement. People now look up to her at work. They ask her questions about what they should do with their life because they feel this new person that she has become. It's really incredible, the transformation she makes, because it comes from like a spiritual level. It's like a different energy inside of you because you look at the world different. The affirmations, the movement practice, the deep down knowing that you've really found your purpose and you're doing the right things. These are the kind of questions I ask you during this program. What were you put on this earth to do? What would a person that doesn't make excuses do today with your life? What would a high performance person do in your situation? That's what I ask you every day of this course, and you will perform and deliver. And so let me just check now to see if there are a few questions. By the way, if you're on the edge right now and you're just not sure, I'm telling you, take a deep breath, pull the trigger, click that link, jump in. I'm telling you, $197, never change your life this much. I guarantee you will get results. I guarantee it. I'm putting all of this on the line. I'll give you the money back. This will work for you. So if you're even thinking, go ahead and ask me. Are there any other questions? And if not, I got a video I want to play for people.
Just someone asking again, do I have to be living in London?
Great question that people ask. You know, we have a graduation here event in London. I think it's July 22nd and 23rd. We do that so you can come in and meet the people. It's so much fun. You can see London Real Studios. You can come to a super focus group. I'm telling you, it's just an amazing bonding experience. It'll give you these friends for life, but you do not have to live here. As a matter of fact, I think it's better if you don't live in London because you'll engage with the course more, because you'll lean in on those calls. You know you got to be here. You know you can't stop by London Real Studios, so you'll really engage more. So I would rather you're not in London. Our intellectual property here is getting people to do things at great distance. Let me say it again. What we do here, we get people to take action at great distance. And we do it through our inspiration, through our live calls, through our accountability sheet, through our Facebook calls, through our team leaders, through our roll call process, everything. We are experts at this. 96% rate. Nobody does that out there. There's no course like this anywhere on the web. It just does not exist because no one cares like we do. And to be honest, no one taught us how to do this. When Julia and I came up with this format 2 years ago, originally for the Business Accelerator, we're like, well, how do you teach a course? Well, you actually teach people and you make sure they do the work. Like, we didn't know that out there people sell videos for people that don't do anything. That's not the way we think here at London Real. We get people across the goal line no matter what. And so that's why you don't need to be in London. Matter of fact, I'd rather you weren't here. So please, don't be in London. Get on this course. If you're here, great. And then come here for the graduation if you can make it. But again, that's a total optional event. And so that's really what that's all about here. If there's no more questions, I want to share one more video for the people here. And just kind of really close out here. And I want to share with you really now the testimonials of some of our amazing graduates. And these are some of the people that attended the live event here in London. And really, they can tell you the things that they accomplished, because I asked them a question. You can watch this video right here. I said, can you tell me if you bumped into the person on the sidewalk that was you 6 weeks before the course, can you tell me how that person was different from you? And I'm going to play you a video here about what they said to that question. And you'll hear from Marielle, and you'll hear from James and a few other people I've just mentioned here. And they'll tell you about this person they don't recognize anymore. They'll tell you about this person that was scared, that was playing small, that had negativity around them, that were overweight, that didn't even think about moving anymore, that were timid in life, that watched their mobile phones all day and went to bed looking at their mobile phones. And they're like, I don't even recognize this person. So watch this video and I'll tell you a little bit about my journey and a little bit more about their journey. And again, think about it. Pull the trigger. Take a deep breath. Get that bonus tonight, that Chris Eubank Obsession video by tonight. And pull the trigger and join me on this course. I'll see you on the inside in this private Facebook group. I'll see you on this first live call. I'm telling you, go with your gut, pull the trigger, make a decision, and I guarantee you will not regret this. You won't recognize this person, and we'll be hanging out in this studio in about 7 weeks' time, having a laugh, having a drink at the dinner, and just celebrating the new person you are, this new person you become. Talking about how your relationships don't even recognize you anymore. Your wife or your husband's like, who is this person? Your boss is like, what happened? Did you hit your head on a Navy SEAL? It'll be absolutely amazing. I can't wait to share that time, to give you a hug when you come here in London Real. And congratulations you for getting out of your comfort zone and taking a chance and not going the same way you used to do, which is to pass on another opportunity or say, you know what, Brian, I'll wait until your next course. I'll wait until next year. I'll wait until I can afford it. I'll wait until I'm in a better space. I have more time in their life. The truth is there'll always be another excuse. There's never the perfect time to do that. That's why now is the right time. So like I said, close your eyes, go with your debt, take a deep breath, borrow $197, jump on this call. And now let me share with you a video about some of the students that have loved this course, a little bit about my journey, and a little bit more about the Life Accelerator.
Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you truly felt alive? You remember that feeling when you jump out of bed in the morning, all fired up, ready to take on the world with passion, purpose, and excitement. We all had it at one point in our life, but over time, we can lose that fire within us and unfortunately drift into a life of mediocrity. A job that's just okay, a body that you keep telling yourself you'll fix, and a nagging sense that you're not living according to your life's purpose. You feel like there must be more, but somehow you keep falling short of your expectations, goals, and dreams. Well, what if there was a way to actually attain those goals instead of just setting them? A way to take massive action and rediscover your sense of purpose. It can be done. And if you listen to me for the next few minutes, I will show you how. I'm Brian Rose, the founder and host of London Real. Every week, I'm lucky enough to meet and interview some of the most fascinating people on the planet who are already living their dream lives. And guess what? They are no different from you or me. They're not superhuman. There's just one thing they get right: their habits. The only thing that makes a best-selling author or a billionaire investor or an Olympic champion is that they set goals and stick to them, one day at a time. They focus on the process, not the outcome. Piece by piece, they build the life they want. That is what makes a person successful. But how many of us have dreamed of building a better life for ourselves? The crazy thing is, we pretty much know how to do it. A healthy diet, strong relationships, and unstoppable mindset. And there are all kinds of resources we can use to get there. But we don't do it. The problem is not a lack of information. In fact, sometimes we have too much information and we get overwhelmed. The real issue is a lack of action. But what if I could show you a way to systematically eliminate procrastination from all aspects of your life? How would you feel if I gave you a way to finally master your health, mind, body, and relationships? What if there was a set of principles that could guide you towards your life's purpose? Well, there is. Today, I'm going to offer you the proven blueprint that will allow you to crush your yearly goals, take massive action, and finally live a life of true purpose. Even if you procrastinate, even if you have low motivation, even if you don't know what your life's purpose is. Here is your chance to make this the year you finally stop daydreaming about the life you want and start making it a reality. I am extremely excited to introduce our Life Accelerator, the groundbreaking mentorship program where I arm you with the high-performance habits practiced by the very best in the world. I will teach you how to reprogram yourself so that your success becomes inevitable and you start finally living a life of action and purpose. You will engineer your own success by learning how to master your emotions and thoughts, build your confidence and motivation, upgrade your nutrition, health, and energy, hone your movement practice, connect deeper with your inner circle, and create a compelling future game plan and execute on it. I will give you the tools practiced by the world's top performers, which combined with our No Man or Woman Left Behind accountability system will transform your life over the course of the next 6 weeks. But I should warn you, this course requires a break from your old habits. Joining us means you will take massive action. You will not just passively watch content. You will step out of your comfort zone and you will accomplish incredible things. But first, let me tell you a little secret. Just before every episode of London Real, I look at the person in the leather chair seated across from me and ask, why did this person make it as a guest on London Real? What did they do that was so special? Why am I broadcasting their ideas out to the world? And let me tell you, it's not why you would think. Sure, many of them have done impressive things like command a Navy SEAL task unit, or fight as champions in the UFC, or fly a rocket into space. But what most people don't know is that these people really aren't that extraordinary. They just have extraordinary habits. So tell me, why are you not in my guest chair? I often get stopped on the streets by London Reelers who say, Brian, one day I'm going to be on your show. And I always respond with the same short answer. Do something so great, I can't ignore you. I know that sounds hard to achieve, but the mechanics are actually pretty simple. You model the habits of the successful people who have already achieved your dreams. Not just any random habits, but the best of the best. For 5 years, I have explored, examined, and experimented with every idea put forth by the greatest minds on London Real. And now, I have condensed all my learnings into one. One structure, one game plan, one blueprint. Sound cool? Well, it is. But you might be wondering, Brian, why did you create this program? Well, let me take you back in time. 2 years ago, we launched our Business Accelerator, an 8-week intensive course that turned your passion into a business. Here we shared our 5 years of knowledge and experience that transformed a tiny podcast into a global media business. It was oversubscribed from day one, with over 200 applications received for our first class of 10 students, and it became a huge success. Now, 300 graduates later, we've developed a trademark accountability system that creates phenomenal results through which any student can build a business. And word got around fast that this course worked. But then I noticed something very strange. When our graduates made their testimonials at the end, they rarely talked about their business success. Instead, they spoke about overcoming self-doubt, finding a new sense of purpose, and becoming the very best version of themselves. They signed up to build a business, but in the process, they built self-esteem, confidence, and the drive to be successful by any means necessary. That triggered an idea. Why not skip the business and instead accelerate our lives by building the best version of ourselves? The Life Accelerator was born, and it proved to be hugely successful, creating massive amounts of positive change for our select group of graduates and surpassing even my wildest expectations of what we could achieve. The transformations of our graduates blew my mind. Here are some of their stories.
It was time. Like I said, I'd been buying the books from people that you had interviewed, listening over and over and over the interviews, picking up tidbits, applying those. But I still wasn't where I wanted to be. And so when I got that email, I was actually sick and in bed and flicking. That's about the only time I usually get to look at these things. And then I just thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. I had to do something more than what I was doing. And the most attractive thing was the platform, the way that I perceived it was going to go, building these habits and these things that I was familiar with already, but had mastered.
Say we walked out in the street and we happened to bump into, by Tower Bridge, the old George.
Yeah.
What do you notice about him, the guy that didn't take this course?
The old George, well, if you bumped into him in the street, he would probably kind of mumble hello as he was walking past, whereas the new George would see you coming and say, Brian, how are you? How was that thing that you were doing last week that you told me about? So yeah, the old George would be less engaged, less energetic. I think I had just too calm and measured and placid and too much of a people pleaser.
How many programs out there really focus on you, on really getting your mindset right, getting your internal stuff, really removing all those blockages, any hang-ups that you've had in your past, anything that you feel is holding you back. I haven't seen any program that really tackles these issues all in one, and also with a peer group that holds you accountable and very supportive. You see a lot of online courses out there, but they don't really tackle all of these issues in one, and also having the peer group together with that. It's a very unique concept. So I would go in, try it anyway, and if you don't like it, you can always pull out. What do you have to lose?
Just looking at the great stuff that I've achieved already in unexpected areas, in family, in my health. I'm a stone lighter than I was when I started this course. I'm faster, lighter, leaner, I suppose. There's been benefits in all areas, and I guess we've got 10 more months, so I guess I'm going to be 10x what I am now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I was listening to a lot of podcasts and books and everything like because I wanted to actually do something like with my life, but also like to find what else was out there. So I was really like tons of books and podcasts and everything. And I was looking at your YouTube channel as well, and I joined the academy. But I felt that something else was missing, and that something else was accountability, you know? Like really doing something, because it's so different that you find yourself like meditating, but then the next day you are like, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna meditate today. So you skip. And it's not only meditation, you need to actually do like the movement practice, you need to go deep inside you need to actually take people from your life as well. Like, so it's the combination of everything, like it's not just one thing.
Let me share with you now some of the new success habits you will gain when embarking on the Life Accelerator. Number 1 is a fundamental mindset tool practiced by some of the greatest London Real guests to ever grace the chair. Meditation. I began my own meditation practice just expecting to become more calm, but it did way more than that. I started getting in touch with my emotions again. I became an observer of my mind, and I learned how to master my thoughts. On a subconscious level, I realized that my money is everything philosophy, developed in the banking world, was no longer serving me. My life needed to change. 3 months later, I walked into my financial institution and I resigned my position of 10 years. I walked out of the building in a state of shock, not knowing what would come next or where my life would lead. That change gave my mind time to breathe. And 6 months later, I would start a brand new journey and broadcast my very first episode of London Real. Over the next 5 years, I would sit down for over 1,000 hours with the greatest minds in the world. I learned so much from these people, and their ideas started rubbing off on me. I talked to top athletes and started taking my eating behavior seriously. A few counterintuitive tweaks in my diet made my energy levels shoot up. Guys like Jocko instilled the idea of taking extreme ownership and that I alone was responsible for all of the outcomes in my life. He taught me to stop making excuses and just get it done. People like Ido Portal taught me how to move again. I adopted a brand new movement practice and felt 10 years younger. Not only that, all of a sudden, I started waking up refreshed with a clear mind. But most importantly, I was providing value to others. Instead of waking up and thinking about how much value I could extract from the world, I put all my energy into pumping as much value into the world. Now I understood what it took to be successful and enjoy the good life too. All because I started taking on the right habits. Does that sound like a life you want to live? Then I have good news for you. It is possible, and I will show you how in 6 simple steps. Module 1, Master the Mind, featuring Simon Sinek, Mimi Icon, and Tim Ferriss. Master your emotions through powerful meditation. Learn how to transform suffering into gratitude with this simple practice. And take on the low media diet, a minimalist approach to mindfulness. You will start by learning how to understand and trust your own intuition. I will show you how to deep dive into yourself using the practice that sparked London Real, meditation. Next, we will explore the profound impact gratitude had on my life and how you can practice it using a simple tool. Lastly, you will clear your head by going on a low media diet. This will set you up for week 2, where I will show you how I brought London Real to the next level by taking control of my mindset and how you can do the same with your life. Module 2, Hone Your Mindset, featuring Dan Pena, Jocko Willink, and David Allen. Learn the timeless tools to build superhuman confidence. Become a consistent self-motivator using the GTD mindset. Break the shackles of your excuses, your distractions, and your fears by cultivating extreme ownership. Now you're going to prepare yourself for peak performance. You will not just set goals, but actually attain them by learning how to fearlessly execute like Dan Pena. We will delve into the psychology of procrastination and how to conquer it using the GTD mindset, a technique our entire team uses for getting things done fast. Finally, I go deep on how extreme ownership impacted my life and changed the course of London Real, and how you can implement it for maximum results. Module 3, You Are What You Eat, featuring Joel Salatin, Mike Dolce, and Joe Cross. Take control of your meals to ensure a constant source of high energy. Effortlessly lose weight using this one simple shift of mindset. Replace toxic eating habits with healthy ones that fit your lifestyle. In this module, we're going to focus on habits, not diets. The goal of this module is to spot toxic eating behavior, introduce new healthy changes, and transform them into lasting benefits. Your energy levels will soar. I have tried every idea my guests preach at London Real, so let me save you 5 years of trial and error and show you the ones that work. I created this module in such a way that anyone can come in and amplify what they are already doing. Whether you're an Olympic athlete or a couch potato, you will significantly raise your game this week. Module 4, Move or Die, featuring Elliot Hulse, Ido Portal, and Ross Edgley. Find your movement practice and feel alive. Experience the beauty of mental clarity using powerful breathing techniques. Defeat your inner demons through the active meditation workout. Movement is essential when it comes to happiness, creativity, and longevity. Sometimes we suffer from a bad day, a negative state of mind, or even depression. The way to clear your head, oddly enough, is by getting out of your head. Therefore, this week will be all about finding a movement practice that fits your lifestyle. Then, you will learn how to handle any situation on demand by mastering your own breathing. Finally, we will be doing an active meditation worldwide workout on our live call together. Are you in? Module 5, Strengthen Your Inner Circle, featuring Esther Perel, Steve Maxwell, and James Altucher. Identify your top 3 relationships, then restructure and rejuvenate them. Reconnect with your family and friends on a deeper level than ever before. Practice forgiveness and clear years of invisible mental weight. If one of my top 3 relationships are not doing well, I am not doing well. I believe we all crave some form of connection deep inside. But many of us take our loved ones for granted, when actually they are our biggest source of happiness, energy, and fulfillment. That is why we're dedicating a whole week to exploring our relationships. You will learn how to connect on a deeper level than ever before. You will also practice forgiveness, which I guarantee by the end of the week will create surprising results for you. Module 6, Plan Your Winning Future, featuring Dorian Yates, Ryan Holiday, and Gary Vee. Here I will teach Stoic Wisdom 101, how to become remarkably resilient. We will revisit your 6-week journey and create a fail-proof blueprint for your next 12 months. And we will talk about the psychology of the top 1% and how to realize new levels of fulfillment. This is it. We've arrived at the last module, but this is only the start of your new life of achievement and purpose. Here, you will revisit your learnings, pick the concepts that work for you, and set up a 12-month roadmap in the same way Dorian Yates meticulously planned his Mr. Olympia victories. Next, I will introduce you to the Stoic thinking that changed my life and how you can use it to take your future to the next level. Finally, I share why I started London Real, the biggest reason it is so successful, and how you can apply the same mindset to your life. And that's not all. To guarantee results, I have built accountability and community into this course. 12 hours of live video calls. I host a 1-hour call twice a week where myself and our seasoned London Real team leaders will give you private instruction, answer questions, and follow up on your progress. Access to our private Facebook group. Here you will post your picture and video assignments and connect with the rest of the class in real time in order to stay inspired and accountable. Plus, it's a lot of fun too. A private email address dedicated to answering any question about the course within 24 hours. And of course, lifetime access to all of the video modules. As a bonus, you get a ticket to our Life Accelerator live 2-day graduation event in London. Join us for 2 days of learning and celebration to meet your classmates, go deeper on the course material, and crystallize your plans to crush the entire year. You get a free ticket to the London Real Super Focus Group on Friday night. Then there's video interviews filmed at London Real Studios on Saturday and a celebration dinner that night with your entire class. Plus, there's a goal setting and planning session, and of course, a walking tour of London with the entire team. But I must warn you, this course will be massively oversubscribed, so lock in your spot as soon as possible, as I will disable this page as soon as the class is full. Now, I won't promise that in 6 weeks, I can solve all of the challenges in your life. I am teaching you a specific set of high-performance habits, and they will take time to master, implement, and assimilate. But without these specific tools, the likelihood of you ever affecting real change is low. I know because I tried to go it alone, and it's nearly impossible. How many books, blogs, and podcasts have you consumed trying to figure this out? And where did it get you? The truth is that very few people have the entire blueprint of knowledge that addresses all aspects of your life. But because of the breadth of guests I've had in this studio for the past 5 years, we do. This course is built on 3 pillars: mentorship, accountability, and feedback. After graduating over 400 students from our accelerator programs, we understand how to make people accountable. Through our trademark Keynote Workshop live call system and accountability documents, we make sure you affect the changes necessary in your life. And what can I say? Our results speak for themselves. Throughout this process, you will be mentored by myself and our team leaders to make sure you are on the right path. We're going to be on those live calls with you. You're going to be posting your work in our private Facebook group, and you will constantly have us pushing you to be the very best and achieve results. And finally, there is feedback. The entire class, myself, and your team leaders will be giving you critical advice on your mindset, your diet, your movement practice, your affirmations, your inner circle of relationships, and your roadmap for the future. On top of all that, I have created a very special list of bonus material that will set you up for maximum success on your new journey. The first is our Pay in Full bonus number 1, Dan Pena live at the Ritz in London. Watch the $50 billion man and high-performance executive Dan Pena teach a group of elite executives the secret on how to get comfortable taking risks, how to increase your emotional bank account so the financial bank account will follow, and how to face your fears and crush your self-doubts. Pay in Full bonus number 2, a live video goal-setting kickoff call with me, Brian Rose. Here you will gather with me before the course starts, and I will walk you through how to adopt a winning mindset from day 1 to make sure that you can go through and crush your goals. I'll also show how I get things done and the 3 simple tools I use to beat procrastination. Finally, I'll show you my 5 key habits to my daily success and how you can use those to 10x your Life Accelerator experience. As I said before, this course will be massively oversubscribed and we only have a limited number of spaces. So it's super important that you act immediately and lock in your spot now. I believe in the Life Accelerator so much that I am offering a full 100% money-back guarantee if you complete all of the coursework and attend all of the live calls over the 6-week period. After that, If for any reason you're not totally satisfied, then I will give you a full refund. And finally, if you're here watching me right now in front of your computer, you're probably one of those people who wants to build the best version of themselves. You're tired of coming up short in life time and time again. And you want to figure out how to win. You're sick of toxic relationships, unhealthy eating habits, and bad energy infecting your life. And you no longer want to let procrastination and self-doubt stop you from becoming a high-performance person. I know what that's like because I've been there before. And I know our Life Accelerator can help you solve this massive problem. I would love to personally mentor you. I would love to see you on these live calls, and I would love to celebrate with you right here in this studio at the end of the course. I can't wait to witness your new energy, your new body, and your new winning perspective and outlook on life. So join us and change your life. Click the button, lock in your spot, and I'll see you on the inside.